Hold on one second. We still live right now, so they're going live on Facebook. But right now, this is not working out with YouTube. You're saying rotate the camera.
Yes, sir.
Yo. Welcome to the Roots and Routes podcast, where we talk sports, athlete origins, and player arcs. I always wish our hometown heroes had the technology in their time to document their journey. So we'll do it for the rest of them. I'm your host, Gerald Gordon, and welcome to the legendary 14th Street Community Center.
Yes, sir.
Yo, we are amongst friends.
Good to be here, man.
Good to have y'all here.
That was a nice introduction.
Hello, Miss Burger.
Yes, sir. That was great.
We are here. We're here. And we're going to chop it up. We're going to have a good time. And we're going to reminisce. We're going to talk about the roots, where we came from, our genesis, our start, our origin. And we also going to talk about the routes, the direction we're going, and where do we go from here. So once again, welcome to the Roots and Routes podcast. Like, share, subscribe, comment, engage with us. We will engage back. Don't even hesitate to join us on the live stream. We'll chop it up with you. So I'm going to go around the room. I'm going to introduce all my friends. The Bible says, he who has a friend must first show themselves friendly. So I'm going to show myself friendly amongst my friends here. So I'm going to start with, and we're going to do it like the legendary, I believe, rest in peace, Skip Hickman would say it. We're going to call a couple nicknames as we go around the hinges. He get that nickname. I got you. I'm going to see if we get it right. So I'm going to start from left to right. I'm going to start with Mr. JoJo Dancer. We're going to start with JoJo Parker. He's in the building.
Yes, sir. That's what's up, y'all.
And we're going to start.
Number one on the field, number one in your heart.
There you go. That's how he would say it.
JoJo Dancer.
To the left of me, I got Sir Michael Parker.
Well, all right.
All right. My cousin in the building. And to the right of me, the legendary Akia, the Comet Brown.
In the presence of all these legends, man. I know y'all know these familiar faces.
Facts on facts. Next to him, we got Mr. Daniel Marcellus Reed, a.k.a. Boomer.
Yes, sir. Running back you, baby.
Running back you. We here. We in the building.
Yes, sir.
And then last but not least, we have my friend Jeremy Jaime Hamrick. Is that what Skip called you?
Call me the Rocket.
They called me. I did my homework on that. I like that. My bad. So once again, I appreciate y'all joining me, man. This is a wonderful atmosphere. So here's how we do on the Roots and Routes. On every single episode, I ask a question about the code of conduct, and whoever wants to jump in first with it is great. But that's fine. If you had 12-year-old JoJo Park, if you had 12-year-old Michael Park, if you had 12-year-old Akia Brown, 12-year-old Daniel Marcellus Reed, 12-year-old Jeremy Hamrick in front of you right now, what advice would you give your 12-year-old self with the advantage of experienced life? This speaks mainly to a code of conduct and how we should see and act and behave in life today. So starting right now, what should we be doing as a people? What type of code should we be living by? Who wants to tackle that first?
Well, I'll start it off. Right now, like, if I can go back as a 12-year-old, I would just really enjoy being the kid more. Because I feel like everybody wants to grow up so fast, and be grown. So I couldn't wait to really get to play in the stadium. Watching Michael Parker play, it was an honor to watch him play, and I couldn't wait to see that. But I would just enjoy being a kid more because you're older longer than you are young. You know what I mean? So
right.
I would just tell kids, listen. It's fine to take advice. That's pretty much the thing I have.
Like that. That makes perfect sense, you know. Life experience gives us, you know, we got hindsight 2020. We can look back, man, if I could do it all over
I'm
again,
telling you, that's the thing.
that
I
would be
think, you know, what I would tell my 12-year-old self, you know, like Hines said, you know, remain a kid, have fun, but don't lose track of the goal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we all had goals to go play at the next level from college and beyond.
Yeah.
And I know for me, when I had the opportunity to put my goal in place, you know, I fell short of it. So don't lose track of the goal. Don't lose track of the goal. And you know, like my mom said, always be a leader, not a follower. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Be a leader, not a follower.
Yeah.
And stay on path and honing your skills.
Yeah.
The off season is where it's at.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying.
If I could go back and talk to 12-year-old me, I mean, I got a lot of things to say to that person. But most importantly, man, it's don't lose confidence. You know, we all have big dreams, big goals set, man, that we wanted to achieve, man. And like my bro said, you gotta stay the path, man. I didn't stay the path, man. I lost confidence in what my goal was, man. I let influences dictate things sometimes, man. But that's what I go back and tell my 12-year-old self, man. Just keep your confidence, man. Stay the course, bro, and don't slide.
And another thing, like, being young, if I can go back, you know, you can't be afraid to separate yourself from people.
Yeah,
You know, you don't owe nobody anything, you know, but yourself at the end of the day. So don't be afraid to move away from the crowd. You know, and set your own path. You know, that's fine. That's part of being a leader, not a follower, like Michael said.
love it, love it.
What I would tell my 12-year-old self, first of all, would be enjoy being a child. Don't try to grow up too fast. Stay away from women, man.
Real talk, though.
You know, because like you say, you try to grow up too fast, you start seeing things and want to experience things. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes things happen. You know, and once you become a parent, it makes you should have to start making different choices and decisions in your life. You know what I mean? And it becomes tougher to try to achieve certain goals when you have to try to be a parent, especially when you come from nothing. You know, I came from absolutely nothing. I don't know how many people know my family situation, but like I said, it was rough, man. And I put myself in a situation to where I had to make choices, you know, that a young kid shouldn't have to make. You know what I mean? And just, you know, chase your dreams. Don't let nobody tell you can't do something, you can't be somebody. You know what I mean? Work hard in school. You have to develop a work ethic like no other. You know what I mean? It's not like you can wait till the season comes around and think, hey, I'm about to go be the best football player in the world or whatever. You got to actually train, man, like year in, year out, you know, to be elite or be great at something. Just stay positive, make wise choices. Know your crowd, know the crowd, the company you keep. That's very important. People can get you in a situation, you know what I mean, that you can't get out of, and you had no clue what they were doing, you know, and it's pretty much, man, just keep be aware of who you're around, man, make wise choices, man, and you know, chase your dreams, set goals, chase your dreams, man.
Thumbs up. So that leaves us last but not least, leave Mr. Reed.
What I would tell myself is always remain teachable.
Yes, sir.
You gotta be able to listen. I think you can't do nothing if you don't listen. You have to listen. You know, and also a big one for me was, I tell myself is, and I ain't like y'all, but don't pick up. Don't pick up. You know, I made a mistake and went off route. You know what I'm saying? And with the drugs. You know, it took me a long time to get myself back together because you know, because it's so hard, it's so easy to get in there, and then it's so hard to get out. So I definitely would tell myself, don't pick up. Hey, and you know, I'd be a little bit more serious with talking to me too. I would like y'all say, you know, tell them you only get one shot. Cause I know for me, I can go over to the stadium and wish I could do it all over, knowing what I know now. So that's what I would say by, you know, listen to people. You know, if 2 or 3 people's telling you something the same, you might want to take a look at it. Mm-hmm. You know, that's what I'd tell them.
Love it. Hey, you know, with that being said, the name of this episode, we are in season 1, episode 2. I like to call it Running Back High, and I'm going to address that right now. Yeah. So here's one thing that I think about. I listen a lot, and I like to kind of just observe things. If you look across and you think about all the great just all the great running backs at this table, let alone all the backs that in the history of Portsmouth High School.
We got a lot missing.
Exactly,
man. This ain't it.
Troy.
This ain't it.
This ain't
it. I can't wait to give everybody how I feel about this whole table.
Troy Parker.
But as far as if you were to go 1 through 20, if we was able to rank it, I think that's virtually impossible to really rank them. But if we were to take the top 20 running backs in Portsmouth history, I believe, this is my heart of hearts. Now y'all may say same, different, whatever. But if you take the top 20 running backs in Portsmouth history, I believe y'all compare with the top 20 running backs in any school's history in the state of Ohio across any division.
I'm going nationally.
And I would agree.
Respectfully though,
nationally.
because when you sit around and you watch college football nowadays, pros, and you see some of the backs that was fortunate enough, had the opportunity, and they took care of their business, and they made it to where they made it to. And you sit back and you think, and knowing the ability and the talent of the guys around me, it's like, man, we was just like that, bro. Mm-hmm. We was just like that. You know what I mean? And it sucks because we didn't get to achieve our goals, man. But hey, like this, it's a lot of gifted athletes that come out of here, man. A lot. And I love all y'all, respect all y'all. Likewise.
We was different, man. Like when you look at the backs nowadays and different things, I mean, I'm pretty sure we all sit there and dissect the screen on certain things. Like, man, you should have did this, you ain't do that. You know what I'm saying? We was different. Bro stayed in my ear telling me, like, bro, everybody ain't got the same mentality you do. Our mentality was different, bro.
Yes, sir.
The way we played the game was different. The way we dissected things during the game was different. You know what I mean? Like,
that's why y'all coaches now.
Yeah. Still involved in football to this day.
Yes, sir.
I think we're speaking on that mentality thing, man. I think all that was developed right here, 14th Street Community Center, and out there in Farley Square. You know, just coming up as kids.
Hey, yo. So, hey, let's keep it going. I love the input, and we got to continue to engage with the people on the actual live stream, because we have an opportunity to really chop it up with one another.
Yes, sir.
So, speaking to the mentality, you can look around the room, you see your running back counterparts. So, my question to you, to those of you who are younger, so JoJo to Michael, or JoJo to Kia to Michael, or JoJo to Jaime. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. From the younger one to the older one, as far as your counterparts, who do you attribute your mentality and your, quote unquote, for lack of a better word, idolization to? Like somebody that you really looked up to. We're going to touch on the other part of it, but for now, we're just going to talk about your counterparts as a running back. Who do you owe? And let's go from right to left. So I'm going to start with Jeremy. and then we'll go around the room. Who do you owe your mentality to when it comes to a running back or your idolization to?
Like I said earlier, I played for the Trojans my whole life. From Pee Wee up to high school, and we would be over there practicing, Pee Wee, and we look over, you see the high school team over there. So, like I said, we couldn't wait to get over there. But with my position, I was a running back, and Michael Parker was a star to me. You know what I mean? Like to me, he's famous. You know what I mean? Like couldn't wait to be like Michael. You know what I mean? Like I said, it was just an honor to watch him play football. The way he played, what he brought to the game, like I loved it. Like me and Joe, we hung together as kids all the time. Michael, we sneak in his room. Snooping around. Yeah, we snooping around.
You're telling yourself now.
So I
can tell you now.
You seen the Wu-Tang Wall? The Wu-Tang Wall?
Before the Wu-Tang Wall.
Yes, sir.
I ain't rock hard with Wu-Tang nowadays.
Yeah, music wise,
Everything.
But he's just a big influence, man. He's a great guy. The way he carries himself, he probably ain't got no enemies. You know what I mean? Everybody got haters, but I don't know if he got enemies.
Right.
And like I said, just to walk in his room, snooping around, and we'll see like letters, all these big schools. I remember being on, I'm saying like, man, you got Penn State. He was big on Penn State. You know what I mean? Like I said, just that right there was like a motivation. Like, man, we can actually go to a big school. But just watching him play the game, just motivated me like to be better.
Couldn't wait till Friday night.
I couldn't wait to
Get your jersey on free.
free jersey, good one.
Yeah.
I wear that jersey everywhere.
Plenty is
Pee Wee Trojans.
My jersey with everything. Trick or treat. I'm a football
Yes, sir.
Football player for trick or treat.
He was a big part of me playing football. Just being honest.
Love it.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so we got the elder in the room. Mr.
Yeah,
Daniel
mine's gonna be a little
Marcellus
different. Mine
So-
be a little
right,
different.
Right.
Mine, I always wanted to be like my Uncle John Reed.
Okay.
He,
Lord rest his soul.
I was young, and actually, I was at one particular time, I was scared to run the ball. I was scared to get tackled. You know what I'm saying? And John Reed, he got me right. He got me right where I needed to be. But I'm one of them firm believers as we sit and talk, and we kick it, and somebody you want to be the best, and my thinking to all this is the best ain't even at the table. That's just me. That's my thinking. We play. It's different levels to the playing field. I'm gonna give you just a small piece how I feel about all this. Man, we are a unit. All of us in here. What's going on right now? This is big. This is huge. I've been thinking about it. I wanted to come here and say this and say that, but it ain't right. We are all a unit, and we really can help people. But let me tell you something about how I feel about this. Listen, it's different levels to the playing field. My uncle was coming up. I remember as a kid, I went and watched him play Cat McKinley. He played Cat McKinley. I was small, but I remember it like it was yesterday. He got sick, but he tore that butt up. You hear me? But he played Cat McKinley, Middletown, Springfield, Upper Arlington. They were actually in a league. They were in a league.
Greater Ohio League, right?
Yeah, and then I remember when I broke the record, and it was Mike White. Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, things could have been a little bit more rougher for us if we'd have been in that league. I think I really think that has a. I used to tell Lil Wayne, he's good at a little man, and I said he hit me too. I said, man, Wayne Evans.
Talking about Wayne Evans.
Yeah, I said, Wayne, why ain't you on ESPN, man, playing for that $100,000? And he said, just plain as day. He said,
Levels to this.
He said, Reed, it's different levels to
Levels
playing.
to everything you do.
It's different levels. Now I can imagine this. I can imagine everybody in this room handling your business, though. I can imagine everybody in this room handling your business. But just to say that you was the best, I don't know about that. I just don't know about that, man. I don't care how many yards a person has, or he never left the field, or we all won. You know what I'm saying? We all won, bro. And we should be helping that youngster. We should be helping. Listen, before we leave this room,
A lot
man.
of knowledge in here, man.
Man, before we leave this room, we should all come together as a unit. And even and start helping the kids, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't believe the best is at the table. I just don't. There was people before us, man, that are not here. Like I heard, and I heard that Larry Heisel.
I heard that name.
I heard that
Preston
he was
Smith.
the coach, and he was All-American in everything. You know what I'm saying?
Leroy Carr.
Right.
Leroy Carr, my uncle Leroy Brown.
Yeah, Leo Brown.
People like that, man. Like you said, we fumbled up. We missed the big ticket, But we can help them other kids get where they need to be.
I'm gonna piggyback on what you said about Leo. Leo, he was the first black captain at Ohio State under Woody Hayes.
Talking about Leo Brown.
Leo Brown.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yeah, really believe it or not.
Right. He was the first black captain.
People played here.
The Ohio State
People
University.
played here.
From here. Right here.
And we sitting there we arguing about, which one of us is the best. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying, man, it's different levels. It's different levels. Whether we want to, we can't help who we played. I understand that. But we got to respect that older dude that played those people.
I heard Preston Smith never lost a yard.
Man, listen, forgot all about that. My grandfather used to tell me that Preston Smith was off the perimeter. Guess who else?
I heard the same.
Ben Davis.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Benny Davis. Yes, sir. I heard that name.
And guess what, y'all? Not that it really means anything, but every one of these dudes that I name is tough as nails.
Mm-hmm.
Mike White is scary. He was scary, right? John Reed, I'm telling you,
Scary.
Yeah.
Either way you want to look at it.
Man, it's
Tough
good-
man
it's
champ.
different levels, man. But I'm glad I experienced what I experienced.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't have as many as yards y'all had. I was in the backfield with a white dude named K.D. Johnson.
Another legend.
He supposed to be at the table.
Another legend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can
Another
think, you
legend.
sit around and think about people, man, that you played with, that that foot the bill, that you was in the trenches with. I know I was in the trenches with that man, and it was different. It's like I hate to keep talking, but you shouldn't have. You should have went that way. Should have went that way. Should have went that way. But, as I was coming up, man, y'all at this table, you had to have a signature game. You had to have a signature game. What did you do in that signature game? What did you do? Listen, I never got to see none of y'all play. The closest thing I seen play was Michael. I'm telling Michael, I watched Michael play in Pee Wee. I never got to see nobody because I choose that wrong route. Went left left the center.
Right.
And I never got to see none of you guys, man. That's what I'm saying. I can't sit here and say nothing about y'all because I never seen y'all play. All I did, I can say what I heard, but I know about trenches.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I played against Arden, and the people was beating me up. And when I got my chance to rise to that occasion, and finally, we finally beat them. They finally got beat the regular season. It felt good. That's why I don't like Arden. In nothing.
Senior year, what was that score? Senior year.
Right.
Nothing.
What was that score? Senior year.
28-0.
The people used to beat me up.
So hey, let me put a bookmark in that for a quick second. I want to welcome to the table Mr. Bones.
Bonsoir, yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Hey, good family over here, man. I appreciate.
Okay, Bones.
I appreciate you coming to the table, but we gotta.
If y'all don't know, Bones is Jeremiah Bowen.
My bad. I should have gave him Jeremiah.
He played running back from Portsmouth too.
You can talk. You can talk.
Definitely play.
6,000.
So
I mean,
the question.
you're higher.
The question I asked the rest of the room, I need you to just process it the best of your ability, but it speaks to a code of conduct. So the question I have is, if you had 12-year-old Jeremiah Bolden in front of you right now, and you had, with the advantage of your life experience, what advice or insight or thoughts that you would try to impress upon him, instill in 12-year-old Jeremiah Bolden to help him along his journey to get to the place that either you wish you were at, or that now that you've arrived there, now that you're appreciative of being at. So what sort of code of conduct would you want to speak to 12-year-old Jeremiah Bolden?
Excellent question. Well, I ain't gonna lie, I learned from everybody here in front of me. I didn't see Danny, but from Whoop down, I know I make my jokes with Michael, but I learned from a lot of y'all. So things I would teach the 12-year-old Jeremiah, to be honest, some of the best lessons I've learned, I've always kind of been a sponge. I've always taken things that I've always liked and kind of disregarded things that I couldn't use or didn't apply to me. But I would tell Jeremiah Bolden at 12 years old that perseverance, focus on details, energy. And I would say, like, putting your energy focusing on details and things like that in like a direction, like whatever your goal is. So if you have a goal, if you have an agenda, if you want to become this, if you want to become that, start taking it serious before it's time to take it serious, is what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
And you'll be ahead of the game kind of when it comes time to take it serious. If you can start focusing on details, whatever you're trying to do, if you want to be a truck driver, and you want to be a truck driver in middle school, what's the details? How many gears does the truck have? How many wheels? What's the laws that they're under that cars ain't under? You're a cornerback. Maybe I can't cover as good. I want to get better at coverage. What's some details at covering as a corner? So I would say 12-year-old Jeremiah was worried about getting bigger, stronger, faster. And 12-year-old Jeremiah just needed to be focused on persevering up the hill, the mountain. Because football, you can't go to the NFL overnight. If you're a little young kid, you ain't going to get there. You ain't going to play on Sundays next week. You know what I mean? It's years of work. It's years of focus. It's years of sacrifice. It's years of whatever your agenda is, working towards that. And when you have that agenda as an early age, as a 12-year-old, you know what I mean? I want to be this. What's the details of that? It kind of eliminates distractions and allows you to kind of hone in on what you're trying to accomplish. And Jeremiah, at 12 years old, he was energetic. He was, he liked these guys in this room, you know what I mean? So I would say Jeremiah, at 12 years old, leave the negativity alone. If it isn't helping your goal or objective or better than that,
then what need do you have for it? I would say something like that to Jeremiah. But those goes along the lines of focus and things like that. But I would say, in short, if you know your goal, start doing details for it early. You know what I mean? Early. The earlier the better. The earlier you get started, the better. You know what I mean? Stay in school. I would say stay away from the bad things, the negative things. I would say do things that no one else is doing if you want to be in places no one else is.
Yes, sir. No, we'll be able to do it.
That's a bar, man. That's a bar. That's on wax right now. So, hey, there's gonna be a lot of commentary that comes off of this table, and I think we got a lot of gems amongst the nuggets that we can kind of glean from. So we're going to end this portion of the section with you. So how we're going to do, we're going to continue on. We're going to go back where we were talking about earlier to the mentality. Who do you attribute the mentality that you had as a running back when it comes to those that are older than you as a running back? So who do you attribute your mentality or your idolization to when it comes to a running back? And we're going to end with Jeremiah, but we're going to continue on with Akia.
So this is a question to me or Jeremiah?
That's for you.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I wanted to be like Mike. I'm be honest. Michael Jackson was the best singer. I wanted to be like Mike. No, real talk, he's great.
Right.
Michael Jordan, to me, was the GOAT. And when it came to football, it was Michael Parker. It was, I mean, that was it. I thought, yeah, your name was, I was mad my mom didn't name me Mike. I'm keeping it 100. Because I thought, like, damn, everybody might name Michael Sweet.
Tyson.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody named Michael Good.
Right.
Mom, why didn't you name me Michael? You know, but nah, real talk, man. Swoop, man, that when Nathan King convinced me to play football with the Rough Riders, man, my second 6th grade year. And I was in 6th grade twice. I was a younger one, little tiny guy. I wasn't real big back in the day, and I had to get help back. Miss Bradshaw actually told me, tell my mom to hold me back, and she didn't want me graduating at 17, so I told my mom, and she did that for me, which was a blessing in disguise. But when I started playing football, man, and gained a little love for it, man, going to the Trojans games and watching Michael, bro, and being a running back, it was like he was God on the field. I'm not lying. He was sweet, man, and he ran hard. He caught the ball out the backfield. He blocked. He played defense. He was just tough, you know. I wanted to actually, when I went into high school, I told my running back coach, Joe Albrecht, he asked me what I wanted to do, what was my goals for as a high school player, whatever. I said I wanted to break Michael Parker's records. I wanted to wear number 1 like Michael Parker. I wanted to be just like him. You know what I mean? So that was it, bro. Everything I did, I wanted to be better than Mike, bro. You know what I mean? Real talk. Right. I didn't get to watch Danny Reed. I heard a lot about him. Right. Actually, I did see. I was in Chillicothe my senior year, and a guy had played against Danny, and he had a film on the projector screen against. I think y'all played Chile, and he showed me that game. But that's pretty much all I got to see it, cuz. But for me, man, it was Michael Parker, man. That was my motivation as a football player. I wanted to be just like him, better than him, you know. And I felt like if I could get to that level, that I would be the greatest, you know. And that's it, man. Like Mike.
That's the
Good stuff.
I wanna be like Mike. All right. So hey, now that we're around the room, let's go ahead and bring it up to Mr. Whoop Nice himself. Go ahead and let us know who your mentality when it comes to a running back counterpart of somebody else older than you, to where let the audience know who is it that you idolize growing up when it comes to the running back position.
Well, I know for me, I think it's just, you know, when you start growing up, because that was the thing to do in Portsmouth is go to the football games, go to the basketball games, and then you see those guys under the lights, you want to be like them. You know, I know mine. Well, let me back up. I think the mentality part, as far as being tough and trying to be the best started out there in Forty Square in the park playing free throw.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I'm saying?
Back to tacky.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah, that's just
you are just throwing the ball up, catch the ball, trying to score, and trying to be better than your friends. You know, and that's where the mentality and the toughness come. And we out there playing tackle with no pads on. You know, and it began there. But then going to watch people play. My idol was Danny Reed. Let me tell y'all something. Danny Reed wasn't even in high school yet. He was at junior high in McKinley. I'm holding the chains. As a kid, he gets tackled on the sidelines, and his cleats tore my socks. And I ain't take them off for a week. My mom had to make me like, well, you better take them socks off. Like, nah, Danny Reed's cleats tore these socks. For real, bro.
Yeah.
Danny Reed's cleats tore these socks. You know, I ain't taking these off. I don't care if they stink or not. But the thing is, I watched. Like Bones said, been a sponge. You know, I watched players from Portsmouth Trojans, TV, Tony Dorsett, you know, Herschel Walker, you know, Bo Jackson, you know, Lloyd Wood, you know, at the time was my stepdad. He had me in front of the TV watching every sport. That's why I'm a Viking fan.
Vikings and Lakers, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Lloyd Wood is a big part of that. And that's all I seen. And it's Vikings, Lakers. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So that ended up being my team. But, you know, just watching Reed and watching these different players, I wanted to be like them, so I took a piece of their game and tried to add it to mine. Well, I'm going to go out here and play free for and do this. Like, cause I seen Reed do this last night. I'm going to do this on them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm adding it to the game. So I just think, you know, like Reed said before him, John Reed, Mike White, and all that. Like, I believe, and I will always believe this in the heart, like, everybody got a piece of somebody's game in them. You know what I'm saying? So to say somebody's the best, okay, cool. Yeah, people may have done better things. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was faster than me. You know what I'm saying? I may have been more powerful. Reed may have been more powerful. Hell, he was Derrick Henry before Derrick Henry. You know, 6'4", 235 in high school back in '84. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. So, you know, at the end of the day, man, I feel like everybody got a piece of somebody's game in them. So, you know, my big idol was Reed. Not only him, but a lot of different players I watched on TV. And I got to add Chris Gentry in there. He was a quarterback. He wasn't even running back. He was a running quarterback. He was Michael Vick before Michael Vick. You know, but he was my neighbor. He lived down the street. I'm not even down the street, a couple doors down. And just seeing him, I was in awe of him, and I wanted to be like him, and I wanted to be like everybody. You know what I'm saying? That wore the red, white, and blue. You know, with me, I didn't have the luxury of being a Trojan at Pee Wee level or junior high level. We had to work there that way. So that's why when I got the opportunity to put the jersey on, just the pride of putting that jersey on, you know what I'm saying, made me want to go out and give 100% and be the best I can under the lights. And plus, I wanted Skip to give me a nickname too. So shout out to Skip. Shout out to Skip, man. That was a sad day when he passed away. Games don't even sound the same sometimes.
Don't, bro.
You know,
gotta get a nickname. Gotta get a nickname.
Yeah, so you know, I give my flowers to Reed right now because he's a big part of the player I became when I got the opportunity to put my jersey on. And I got to give a shout out to Troy because I watched him before me. Troy and Derek Lattimore. Is it Derek Lattimore? Daryl Lattimore. Daryl Lattimore was cold.
Daryl
Lattimore.
Daryl or Derek? Daryl.
Derek.
Glasses?
It's glasses. One of
We're
us.
talking about Daryl, man.
Daryl.
That's Derek, man.
That's Derek.
That's what I
Not
thought.
Daryl.
Derek.
Man.
Hold on, Derek Lattimore.
I saw like got the host messing up. You got the host messing up.
Shout out to Derek. Derek was nice.
I heard his name.
I can't wait to see him.
Shout out to Derek Lattimore.
He was number
man.
35, bro.
Yeah.
And I think he couldn't play, and we don't know a lot about him because of his religion.
Religion, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I heard that.
And he couldn't play on Friday nights, but when he played, he was a monster.
His son's is gifted.
He was a monster.
He got some talented
So
sons.
the thing is, you know, I was 34 when I first went to high school because of Troy. I was 34. You know, I couldn't get 12. I was 34, But in the blue jerseys, they didn't have 34, so I had to wear 35. And that's what number Derek was. So I just feel like once you put them numbers on that come before me that I watched and idolized, man, I gotta try to be like them. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, when I went out on Friday nights, I didn't say much. I didn't talk at all. You know, my pregame ritual, bro, I'm sitting back in the corner, if y'all remember the locker room, back by the bathroom.
Yeah, that's what I was.
And there's, you know, you got to go in the shower, but you got a little section of little racks over on. That was my rack. And nobody was allowed back there until Lash came. I'm not Lash, but I just sit back there. I don't say anything. You know what I'm saying? And I just get ready to go play ball. So, you know, shout out to everybody who came before me. I appreciate it because, you know, I was the player because of him. So.
And Derek, he got 2 sons that they got scholarships for football.
Yeah.
Right. And he got a younger one in the 6th grade. That's a dog too.
Yeah, like that.
Yes, sir. Man,
Like
Derek was clean.
CP said he blew out his knee.
Derek was clean going in the game, and at the game the same way.
Still clean.
No, still clean. Like he could keep wearing it the whole year. I never seen no one touch him. He was clean. You couldn't touch him.
Did he run scared?
Huh?
Did he run scared?
O.J. Simpson. Looked just like him.
Right.
You couldn't catch him. O.J. Simpson, bro.
He'll run through you, too.
Yeah, boy, he'll do that too.
And I ain't even know. I can't wait to see him. I didn't even know this. I can't wait to see him.
Sorry, dude. What he did.
Hey, somebody tag Derek in the comments.
Shout out to Derek.
Yes, sir, Derek.
Real deal.
I ain't gonna forget.
Toast to Derek.
CP in the building.
CP.
So we around the room. We still around the table. We got 2 more. We got Mr. Dancer himself. I just want to know
Joe Dancer.
who you owe your mentality to, and I do got a little side note for also who owes your mentality to. But I'm gonna let you explain it yourself first, and then we'll go from there.
You said, my mentality to it.
Yeah.
Toughness. I owe that mentality to Cindy Parker.
Absolutely. Lord rest his soul.
Absolutely. Mom stayed on us, man. Like, you gotta be tough around moms, man. So I contribute that toughness to my mother, Lucinda Parker.
Right.
I idolize people on TV, man, like Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith was my dog, hence that's why I'm a Cowboys fan to this day.
Yeah.
Terrible.
You're gonna hear some stuff in the background. It doesn't matter. But like them guys playing, man, just the way that Emmitt Smith played, the way, you know what I'm saying, he moved when he had the ball, bro. Barry Sanders the same way. Like, I wanted to be elusive like that, bro.
She was too.
I wanted to
Lord have
do
mercy.
that, man. Like, man, that was smooth. You know, so
Man.
playing Pee Wee ball, bro had to get with us because me and bro was out there jumping on people's backs.
Real quick. I went to watch them play Pee Wee. Right?
Yeah.
Bruh, little kids will break the little run. Bradley's free safety. Bradley would beat the kid to the end zone. He's running outside, shoulder to shoulder. Like they racing. Like they racing, bro. If didn't nobody tackle him, Bradley didn't tackle him, or JoJo. But if somebody tackled him, then they pound on the pile like he does. They come home like, what is that?
Hey, got busy, didn't we?
I said, next time y'all come to the game, next time y'all come to the game Friday, watch me.
Watch me. It was them times, bro. Like, I saw bro playing. Man, I want to say it was Bird. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I had a lot of tackles against Bird.
so you know, I watched bro play, man. And it was just like, listen, bro was dominant, bro.
All the time.
You know what I mean? Like he controlled everything, bro. And I'm like, you know what? I want to be shifty, bro, like them people on TV, but I want to be like Big Bro running the rock, bro. You know what I mean? That's how I want to be. So from that point on, when bro got us in it, what grade was that? 6, 7, one of them. He called us out back, bro, at the house.
No, they was talking junk. They was all talking junk. They was feeling themselves.
He came back from college.
There was no reason for him to do us like this at all. He called us out back, talking about, bro, listen, I'll just put the helmet on. I don't even need a shoulder pads. Y'all go line up over there. Y'all come running at me. Matter of fact, I'll back up so y'all got like a 15-yard run. Look, listen, hi, we had the little drop off right there, didn't we? The little driveway down the side. Listen, one by one, we went running at him. Which now I feel like we dogs, like we jumping on backs, but now, man, we dogs, man. Bro was knocking us 15 yards back, bro. You know how you get pushed real hard, not expecting it? Bro, listen, we get knocked back, man, like jumping off the thing there. But, bro, that little bit right there that he did with us, bro, that helped so much. Yeah, bro. In advancing our game, bro. And we went, man, and we wanted to be the best. We racing doing conditioning, huh? We racing, bro. Anything it was, I don't care if we was throwing frisbee, bro. Look how nice that frisbee throw was. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the crispiest.
Everything.
We eating hamburgers. Oh, nothing but nothing in the trash can. One nigga can't do that. So, you know what I mean? Like, bro was a big influence on me, man. And you know, when you get into high school, man, you don't look at it too much because I was just playing with my brothers, man. And when they needed to play, bro, you just kind of sat there like, I gotta make this play for my squad. And so that's what I tried to do in the game, man, and just contribute my parts, man, to the team, man. So to the team. Bro will always be a big influence for me, man. Like Kia, you was one too, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to come in as a freshman and see Kia playing, bro. Like, you don't see too many tall, you know what I'm saying? But it's running downhill, bro, making cuts and getting up through there, bro. Yep. Like, what? You know what I mean? I was a run around you type of guy. You know what I mean? So I had to transform my ways, taking piece from him, taking pieces from my bro, and then trying to still be, man, listen, I'm a running back that was built off of everybody else's attributes, bro. Just put it all together with me, like bro was saying, man. Like, so I owe a lot to you, bro. To be honest with you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
He said we're all right. You stole Julius's stereo.
Yeah. That's from Julius. That's from Julius Hammer. Well, all right.
Well, y'all stand on the shoulders of giants, man. Those that came before you. So I want to know your story too, Bones. Like, who do you attribute? Well, first of all, before we get there, Bones, man, you one of my favorite people, man. Just for the audience, man, that may or may not know, this man is a legend when it comes to pushing buttons. Listen, we started a group chat amongst these running backs that's in this room, and I got notifications at like 3 o'clock in the morning for 24 hours straight. So
I'm at work time, man. I work midnights, man, and I almost got fired messing with Bones.
So part of his mentality to me, man, is he's gonna keep coming. He is relentless, and
that's the way he played, though. That's the way he played, man.
So I want to know, who do you attribute?
Hey, before you get there, bro, what did I say last night? I'm driving back from the game. I'm like, bro, I want to reply right now. I'm like, bro, give me the phone, bro. You know what I'm saying? Then I get home, I call JoJo up. Well, how many times I do the voice chat?
Listen, he did the voice chat.
He couldn't send me. He ain't know how to send the voice
I was
chat.
waiting for you to chime in too. I know Whoop will have something to say.
He was coming.
I had 2 minutes in the group chat yesterday. Look, put me in the group chat. I said, put me in the group chat. We're gonna do a video call. Man, I said, if you don't take me off this thing, man, I'm getting notifications every 2 seconds. I won't take me off this thing.
I seen you left there, bro. I did 2 voice chats and then didn't see him.
I knew you was gonna come,
like,
man.
forget it.
Some of the things I was saying, y'all didn't really. I knew it was like we stand on the shoulder of giants. That's nothing could be truer. You know what I'm saying? Like, to sit here and say you're definitely the most influential running back in like a lot of running backs' lives, mine included. Kia, obviously you too. You know what I mean? You know how tight we all was from like. But I'll say this: it ain't about to be nothing like.
Hey, be yourself.
Yeah. I will say this: by watching Mike, you know what I'm saying, by watching Kia, by watching Jaime, and by watching JoJo, I used to say to myself, like, how can we, like, these guys are basically unstoppable. They are unstoppable. You know, I mean, not basically, they are unstoppable. One thing I admired about Whoop, a little off topic, was he did everything you asked. You used to knock the Jermon Jackson story. If people don't know that, we'll get to that, you know what I mean? But I used to see you playing against teams and your team wasn't the best. And you used to do everything you could and leave leave it, you die on your shield. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would leave it all on the field. If I got a block, like you said, everybody that touched you was like, man, is he mad? Like, is he, like, what's wrong with him? You know what I'm saying? Like, your intensity level was if you played when you was angry, as if you was angry. You know what I'm saying? And I peeped that as a, I don't even know if I was in double digits. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Elementary, 'cause I was junior high. I was, hey, everything you saying true.
So I was like, man, like, I want to be feared like Whoop is. And they told me, like, I used to ask questions. I had shout out to my older brother Jason. He stayed up the river. You know what I'm saying? Love you. But Jason and Whoop was cool back in the day. You know what I'm saying? My brother Jason, my older brother Jason Lyson.
Right.
And he used to just tell the truth. That's all you had to do. You know what I mean? He ain't have to big up you. Bro, this guy Whoop, you know what I'm saying, is, he used to say, like, Jeremiah, you want to be good, bro, like, watch this guy. Like, I know who he is, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know what he does, but you hoop too. You know what I'm saying? You.
He love that line. That's his favorite line. He got a shirt that says,
Hey, he don't like Dave
Truth of the matter is, Whoop, you was a power back, right? You ran, you know what I'm saying? You was a strong guy.
Bro, I was everything.
You had feet too. You had feet,
but I tell you this. I broke my leg my junior year, Ironton, going up for a layup.
Yeah.
I was 185.
You was guarding point guards.
You know what I'm saying? I was a point guard.
See my point? That's
So,
what I'm saying.
I was 185, but I
big.
came back 205, but with screws in my knee.
Right.
Which cut some of the agility out. You know what I'm saying? But
So that's what.
Before the knee surgery,
That's
bro,
why.
yeah.
I seen the number one
floor,
Whoop.
right there.
The Whoop I seen was
On the
number
rubber
one.
floor at Ironton.
yeah, bro, just by myself, 104 layup.
You hear me?
Ruined it,
I heard
man.
about the
Me too.
34
That
35
ruined
Whoops.
it.
but
Ruined it for me.
The Whoop I watched with my own eyes and judged and learned from were number one. You know what I'm saying? And then Kid, finish off. I don't know if I said that, but this has to be said. You was playing against teams, and your team wasn't always the best. So you used to like go overboard trying to get the dub. You know what I'm saying? Do everything you could to get the dub. I peeped that. Kid's teams. And the moral of this story is you'll see that I used to learn like these guys are unstoppable. How are we losing games? That was my main like objective is the dub. These guys are unstoppable. How's the scoreboard not showing that? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's cause one man can't do everything. But I always admired those who tried. You know what I'm saying? Like with Kid, I used to be like in track, he was a blazer. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, that's what I first noticed. Like, bro, he's really big, running really fast. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But me and Kid, I knew Kid was more like a older cousin / uncle, brother. You know what I mean? Like along those lines. Like so,
Yeah.
I always knew Kid was gonna be dominant at his sports. You know what I'm saying? It was just like when he gets there, like. So I loved Kid already. So when I say I really sponged from Whoop and the Kid, that's so true. But JoJo and High, I can't sit. If I'd be lying if I said sponge and watch thoroughly from everything you did well to things you might not have wanted to do to things that you was asked to do and you didn't want to do but you did to things that might have been tougher for you. Mm-hmm. Everything that every running back had, every skill that they had, everything that none of us was really subpar at anything. You know what I mean? Running wise, we might not have wanted to do it as much as the next guy, or we might not have been asked to do it as much. But and we all have different styles. That's true. But I tried to like take from everybody, like, because if you had 11 Whoops on the field, you would win the game. That like I learned that as a kid. Like if Whoop was at right guard, he would block you, Michael. If Mike was at right guard, you know what I'm saying? Right. I wanted to incorporate that in my game. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to be physical at. If I'm a corner, I'm gonna be a physical corner, like Darrell Reeves. I used to peep that. Who's a physical corner? Let me look some stuff up. Let me watch this. So I learned from everybody, and the practice habits me and JoJo and Jaime had, the will to win that me and JoJo and Jaime had were second to none in my opinion. I couldn't practice with you, Whoop. I couldn't practice with you, Kid. I couldn't practice with you, Danny. But the will to win, the weight room work, and me, JoJo, and Jaime changed the game for a few years at Portsmouth. Our attendance in the weight room was perfect, right? You know what I'm saying?
Hate the weights, bro.
Me, JoJo, and Jaime was 350, 375 bench pressers, and we was weighing 180 or less.
What was the reason y'all lost, man?
I got
It seemed
400,
like y'all
bro.
should have won.
Hey.
I got 400 though, bro.
We was just talking about this earlier.
I ain't never had a losing season.
Yeah, we
You know what I'm saying?
They
It was
can-
just-
hey.
it was just back then, like you know, and I don't know.
It was tough.
if
4 on
changed.
4 team.
Yeah.
I mean, got in.
Listen, we went
You couldn't lose a
8-2.
game and get in.
We was 8-1 going into the last game and lost the last game. We went 8-2 and
Finished
still
fifth.
didn't make the playoffs.
and I ain't gonna.
Finished fifth.
We barely made the playoffs at 9-1.
I mess with these guys sometimes because I used to, as a kid, I used to talk a lot. I'm very passionate, but I had a lot of friends and family friends from all over, different places, and we would be playing Williamsburg or Ironton or different places, and I'm like, you know what I mean, like, Boop can't be stopped. That's all I looked at as a kid. The kid can't be stopped, but team sports is different. You know what I mean? So I used to, as a kid, I learned a lesson very thoroughly. One man can't do everything. Team sports. And I think me and JoJo and Jaime all learned lessons like that as kids because me and JoJo had the luxury of being Trojans since what, 3rd grade? So all we wore was red and blue. What was the original question?
Hey, real quick.
I'm shouting all y'all out from my talk.
Who'd you look up to? That's who's
Right.
Who I look up to? Most influential look up to? Charles Woodson was major. Whoop
Oh,
Nice
here we
was
go.
the biggest influential, the person who played. My dad instilled like he didn't play football,
He didn't play either.
but he peaked and he was tough. You know what I mean? He was tough and he's a common sensual intelligence man. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like he always said speed kills before I heard that. You know what I mean? He always said like if someone's bigger than you and stronger than you but they can't catch you or touch you, that changes the game. You know what I mean? And if they can catch you and touch you, he taught me what leverage meant. You know what I mean? My brother used to I ain't gonna get into how we grew up, you know what I mean? But he taught me the importance of being tough, the importance of endurance, the importance of defense, whether it's football, fighting, basketball. Like defense really wins championships and everything. You know what I mean? I don't care what it is. If you got defense,
They have wins it.
you know what I mean? You in it. You know what I mean? And
Definitely.
my first love in football was defense, and one of the reasons I peeped Whoop, you know what I mean, because he was knocking cats out on defense. You know what I mean? Like that was one of the first things I peeped. Like you can take out your anger and actually get hitting somebody hard is good in football. Like Whoop taught me that lesson. So, but the work ethic, like I said, I didn't get to practice with Whoop and a kid and dad, but the work ethic, I've always had a great work ethic. But when I seen it from other great individuals and JoJo and Jaime, that they also worked hard, like this stuff don't just come, you know what I mean? Like, okay, we earned it too. It gave me a whole new respect for them because we did it together. We worked like that together. You can't force other people to work. But for us, you know what I'm saying, doing it, everybody in front of me, everybody that I got to laid eyes on that worked hard, especially JoJo and Jaime, influenced me. You know what I mean? Like I took from them, but I learned from what. Yeah.
We're going to get back to that, but hold on. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to Mr. George Bowden, man, your dad, man. That was my first T-ball coach. That was the first man that ever was in my life that showed me anything. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know how to hit, how to do nothing. And he used to pick me up, make sure I get to practice, man. So shout out to your dad. And I want to give a quick fact. When Whoop, you talked about messing up your leg, didn't you have a billboard?
Yeah.
He was the first one I know with a billboard in high school.
So when I did mess my leg up, just being football, just doing what I love. You know what I'm saying? Like SONC, they did a commercial.
Oh, wow.
And I did a commercial for SONC, and then they put me on their billboard down there by Dollar General. You know what I'm saying? And,
That's huge.
They had to take that down because of the scholarship thing. Back then, you couldn't promote anything, so it was like a real short time.
Okay.
And then they had to take
It's
it
a
off.
Parker thing.
You know what I'm saying?
He had a parade in a Corvette. You know what I mean? Dress top. I didn't know about that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna
tell you how long ago.
He said I had a parade in a Corvette. Bro, we took team pictures.
No,
bro.
no, he had a
We took team
parade.
pictures. I was on my way back to the locker room. It was
The
like, hey,
Parkers.
Joseph, hey, what's good?
Portsmouth
Hey,
loves
we
the
want to take
Parkers.
this picture
Hey,
with the Corvette.
Hey.
What about the Parkers?
Hey, shout out to Jalen Kennedy. He said Whoop and been at the NIL.
Hey, time out real quick though. I'm gonna say to me. I guess I'm gonna say real quick that a lot of people don't know. My senior year, Greg Easthead was gonna be our quarterback. Well, his family was moving to. Nah, it was my senior year. His family was moving to
Lexington, I thought.
Lexington, Kentucky.
Yeah, because I got people.
So we was gonna lose our quarterback. We wasn't gonna have a quarterback. We was gonna have to play Josh Harb maybe or
You talking about
Josh Hall,
the
maybe
kicker?
Josiah the
Josh, you kick, bro.
Yeah, just
Yeah, we was gonna have to take it. We was going from Greg Easthead. No, it's my senior year. You was a sophomore. Okay. Okay, my senior year,
Yes, you're right.
Greg, our quarterback was gonna move to Lexington, so we wasn't gonna have a quarterback. I could throw the ball pretty decent, so
I remember.
I went to Coach Clifford, and I'm like, Coach, I said, we losing. This is my last year, man. We're losing Greg.
You ain't turned away everything, are you?
No. This is my last year. We're losing Greg. Let me play quarterback. We got JoJo Jaime, Jonah Booker, like Zach Harris, Truck.
Yeah.
Lose, man.
Hold on.
It wasn't exactly.
Man, we had a lot of talent that I didn't have to just be. I could have been the quarterback and we could have ran a triple option, anything. This thing was him, me, Jonah Booker, Zach Harris,
Mikey Lampkin.
Michael's in there too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying though. But like I asked him and I said, why can't I be the quarterback and put him in the backfield? And I don't think nobody gonna stop us. You know what I mean? Like, I was thinking as a kid.
That was
But
crazy.
that's what could have possibly been. They could have possibly got to see all of us on the field at the same
That would
time.
be crazy.
Same game.
That's a lot.
That's unfair. That's a lot. Because don't put like you watch freshmen play high school's varsity now. And back then it was rare not because they couldn't. They clearly could.
Yeah.
But it's because they would do the seniority or junior.
Yeah, that's what they
did that a lot. They did that a lot. But man, if that would have happened, I just don't see nobody. I didn't see nobody stopping that, man. I just wanted to say that right now because I did, bro. I did. I went to him just like when I knew Greg was leaving. He told me Greg was my best friend.
Right.
When he told me he was leaving,
That hurt.
I went straight to Clifford. I was like, man, listen, let me play quarterback. We got Bradshaw Maurice on the receivers. Mike Malone.
What's up, Mike at quarterback?
Huh?
Mike, was he ever going to be?
They tried it,
Yeah.
Crazy.
but I was ready.
Bradshaw and
I was
Mike Malone was on your team too?
Yeah, probably listen.
Mike Malone was on your team?
Mike Antonio.
Our 4x100 meter relay team was the fastest team in the state all year long and was on the same football team.
Yeah.
Like we had, bro.
Okay, I just wanted to get somebody
We was,
explain.
Hey, I could.
4x4 team. Is that what it was? That they're trying to offer everybody a scholarship.
With all the skills.
What was that? Was it 4x1 or 4x4?
Both of them.
both of us.
They wanted to offer scholarships. All y'all could.
Who was y'all line?
That's another
So
conversation.
you right.
That's why.
Well, I tell you, I lost in the state. So I want y'all to tell me. I'll say it.
Eight and go. 8 and go.
Ask me.
Because we threw 4 times in a row.
Listen.
We threw 4 times in a row.
That's a lot.
4 times.
That's a lot, man.
We'll get to it.
That's a lot. Hey, that's a lot.
Hey.
Honestly, football is one of those sports, man.
Next session.
It's not built for everybody, man. Like everybody's not, I know a lot of basketball players went to play football and they never returned to play football again. So my question is, one of the things that makes a football player is your ability to get back up. So I posed this question to y'all, kind of prompted y'all, but I want to know the hit that you got. the person that hits you, whether it was a teammate
Well,
in practice or whether it was actually in the game. I want to know a hit that you will never forget that makes you feel it. We'll start with the kid.
I got a come. My right hand to God. we was in Chillicothe my freshman year. We was on the goal line, and coach called a naked dive. I don't know why I tiptoed up in that baby and thought that Mike Wallach wasn't playing middle linebacker. You remember that name? Man,
I remember his play.
he ended up going to Illinois or somewhere to play linebacker. He was a dog, bro.
What's his name?
It was
again?
Gun Wallach's older brother.
Mike Wallach or something. Nick Wallach, Mike Wallach.
Gun Wallach.
Gun Wallach,
His
yeah.
classmate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We played against younger brother.
I'm telling you right now, man.
Linebacker.
Yes.
He was
Yes.
in Illinois City.
Yeah, bro. Man, let me tell you something.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, he was on a blitz through the same hole I was running. And he didn't take no false steps, man. Turned and handed it to me. I'm tiptoeing up in there. Boom! All I seen was stars. Laid on the ground. For I don't know how long I was down there, bro, but I walked off. I got walked off to the sideline, bro, and I never ever wanted to get. I never wanted to tiptoe up in no one hole no more. Actually, I didn't even want no one hole dive no more after that. Toss it to me, draw it to me. You know what I'm saying? Halfback screen. But coach, don't send me up in that baby without nothing up in there by myself no more, bro. Yeah, but it definitely had to be my freshman year. It was a JV game against Chile at Mike Wallach on a Monday. It hurt.
Just to add to a key, running back is the most physically demanding on your body. Like you is on position on the field. You know what I mean? They say it all the time. So for the viewers, understand running backs are asked, and they do it everybody. Somebody misses block, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who pays for it? A running back usually. You know what I'm saying? So think about that when we say these things, you know what I'm saying? Because running backs have to protect your body or else. You know what I mean? Like it's that simple. You know what I mean? So
I don't think that people understand the amount of times you get hit in your hands, your arms, elbows with helmets, and you don't pay attention to it. And
And to
when
wrap 'em
you
up,
get
baby.
done,
I'm getting my rap.
Hey, I'm gonna be real with you. I kept the babies on. You know what I'm saying?
you was RoboCop over there. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that was a freshman year, bro. Why do you keep doing this?
Oh, my God.
Man,
So let's go ahead.
I ain't gonna say nothing. Okay, cool.
Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and quarterback it. So, Kia, you already mentioned it. So we're gonna go this way because you long-winded.
I'm over there, but
I'm on Facebook.
I can go from every level, and I'll make it quick because we talk about the mentality and just how I carry myself on the defensive side of the ball. Not only can I contribute that to being out there in the park, Friday Square playing free for all, but playing for the Bears, right? I played for the Bears when I was in the first grade. So me and Torrance. Torrance was kindergarten, I was in first grade, playing third and fourth. I played with the sixth graders in the fourth grade. I started tailback, number 80. Started fourth grade playing with Birdie and Googie and them. They sixth grade. But before that, my third grade year, Festus, bro. Leslie Wood. We used to do the drill called Bull in the Ring.
They buried it there.
Yes, bro. And I'm in the middle. And Fest lit me up, bro. And you know how you get that ring and where you see lights and all that? I was like, brother, that's where I got my mentality of playing football now. Now, from that point on, I wanted to make people feel like that. And that was my mentality when I got to high school. My thing was to hit you so hard that you go home and tell your parents you don't want to play no more.
That's right.
That way, because if I get you first, then I got you the rest of the game. And that mentality resonated throughout the whole team because that's when B-Jack.
So that explains why you ran so hard.
That's when Bruce Ward got there. But the thing is, I didn't like to get hit either. But if you in the way, and I got to get that extra yard, then I was always taught to run through you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it is. But they'll go from Pee-wee to junior high. Kia may know him, y'all may not know him. Dude from East, Guy Dempsey, bro. He was a hard hitter, and he lit me up too. He lit me up too. He was, bro. So shout out to Guy Dempsey. Go to high school. High school, not really a game. I got hit hard in the game, but the hardest hit I took in high school was in practice. Dude named Eric McAllister. He was a linebacker that played for us. I was a sophomore, and we was doing the linebacker drills where you lay on your back and you get up and run. Y'all ever seen the program where they say make him have snot bubbles? Bro, he hit me and snot came out. For real, bro. Snot came out. It never happened like that, bro. Eric McAllister, bro, tore me up in practice. If he ever see this, he may remember that. Like, bro, I told him, like, bro, you make snot come out. College, my sophomore year, we played North Carolina State, bro. I'm running a 59 sweep. Free safety. 185 pounds. He's 185 pounds. 6'3", 185. College, I'm 5'9", 210, compacted. I'm like, bro, I'm about to run through this dude, bro. And, bro, he hit me. That was the first time I ever been hit where I couldn't see for about 5 seconds. I just went black. You know what I'm saying? But I had to get up. I can't let him know he told me.
You can't do
I had
that.
to get up. You know what I'm
Can't do
saying?
that.
Or y'all was like squared up?
Bro, no, he's in the hole. So he's the only thing in the hole for me getting at 8 to 9 to maybe breaking it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, shit, I'm going to run through this. My fault, Miss Ron. I'm going to run through this dude. You know what I'm saying? But, boy, he made me realize that college is a monster. And let me tell you this. I've never been sore in the game, ever. We playing Louisiana Tech, bro. After
Raging
about the
Cajuns?
12th, no, we wasn't the Raging Cajuns. My Tech ain't the Cajuns. That's somebody else. But that's the first time ever I was ever sore in the game. Ever. In the game. In the game sore.
During the game?
Yes. So see if
From that
running backs
game?
getting the 20, 25, 30, in college, bro, it's for real. It's for real, bro. And I carried the ball 13 times, and I was sore in the game. In the game, bro. You don't want to take no
That's called injury. That's called injury.
No, I wasn't injured. I wasn't injured. I'm sore in the game. Everybody sore in the game, bro. Man, like, what do y'all want out here?
Popping up
Yeah,
there.
bro. I'm playing.
Who popped you dancing?
Listen, I don't know if we did bull in the ring in Pee Wee.
He was elusive, man. He
I
might
ain't
not
gonna
have
lie.
hit
We did
hard.
bull in
He
the
got
ring in Pee Wee. You know what I mean? I held my own for a young little Thundercat. You know what I'm saying? But in high school, Jamon Jackson got me on a sweep. My
Yeah, he's over.
Jason Hart.
yeah, Harmon, my bad.
I'm about to say.
I don't know why. I don't know why I keep mixing them up, bro. My bad, bro. Hey, my fault, man.
I got hit so hard he don't remember.
That was no sweep, though.
My fault.
Shout out to Cuz.
My cousin. Harmon. I could about be mixing them together in there, but
Caught you spinning.
bro, listen. First off, my ankle was messed up. That's how it got me. First off, but I came limping through. But the spin was smooth.
Yeah,
But
it
after the
was.
spin on the stumble,
He got this.
I ain't gonna lie. On that last look up, I was like, oh, I could go. But something blocked me out, bro. Listen, I don't know where he came from, bro. He hit me so hard.
He flew up.
By the time you know what I'm saying? And looked at, he was already over here celebrating. I had to hit bro's mentality. You know, I can't let him know that. You know what I'm saying? So,
In defense of JoJo, he spun off a guy, shook that guy, beautiful spin move, but he spun. It was an outside run, sort of. You know what I mean? Off tackle almost. He inside on a safety, on a college, on a 3-time Big Ten safety. He went to Michigan State.
Right.
And
There wasn't no slouch there.
Yeah.
Like y'all laughing out there.
hey, that other one I got smacked was kind of like Kia was talking about, number 44 for Ironson. Had a little dive up in the hole. Listen,
Arden.
I saw him coming. You gotta take
Reggie
your
Arden.
hand off, bro. Nah, not Art. Nah, not him. Number 44. You don't remember? I played
28
safety that game,
The
and I
28
came up stumbling and smacked him in the hole.
Hearns, was it?
It was her.
Yeah, 28 night we did.
Bro, he's a tough. He had the neck, bro. You know all Iron.
They were still hitting,
bro.
bro.
Yeah.
You don't know how big the dude is. But I know he was coming.
Yeah.
So it's either take the hand off or push the ball out the way and smack him. Because man, I had to take this hand off, bro. I'm like, listen,
For the team.
I ain't that, bro. Let's go ahead and go to sleep for a second, bro. Get up, walk it off, go back to the huddle. You know how we did it. Man, I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
Did
In the huddle, though. No one seen
and
but the huddle.
the next time I got smacked, bro, senior year.
I think it was a sweep, man.
Oh, Matt
White got me, bro.
It was always.
Listen, I cut up in that hole, man. It was working. Listen, it was working all game, bro. I got that tall sweep and cut up. You know, people when you running, like you don't know who coming. You just gotta hit that hook, man. Unless he hit me so hard, bro. Straight concuss, the ball go flying, bro. I just listen. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got up and just walked to the sideline. Got the water,
couple plays. That's all you need.
and bro, listen.
Yeah.
Couldn't even drink the water, bro. But
missed his
in
face.
college and practice, that safety stuff, that ain't no joke, bro. 5'8", 180 pounds, bro. That dude hit me so hard in college, bro. He hit me hard, bro. I was like, we teammates, bro. But I'm dead serious, bro. I looked at him, bro. I said, bro, we are teammates, bro. Teammates. There's no reason. Like, I'm serious, bro. Like, why you coming downhill like that, bro? Crazy work.
That's the stuff on the team.
Hit us up. Let us know what's your hardest hit.
Man, I'm gonna go each level because I got to shout out, fellas. You remember Wellston Super Bowl?
Yeah. Oh, bro.
Young from Wellston, shout out to you. He got me back when in Pee Wee, you know what I'm saying? Middle school, we were scrimmaging y'all guys. Zach Harris, 7th, 8th grade scrimmage, bro.
Listen, y'all talked a lot. Let's
Yeah, I was intense and I was passionate then as a boy, and we was playing older boys, and Zach, you know what I mean? The horse collar rule wasn't in effect then, and I ran, I you know what I mean, got by Zach, you know what I mean, little wiggle, and he grabbed me by my horse collar and basically slammed me on my head, and I'm obviously passionate. I got up. We still got to play the scrimmage out, so I ain't showing no pain. I'm crying, but I'm sweating. It's hot. I'm crying, mad. I'm angry, like mad, like you know to cry mad when you like angry and you got to retaliate. So, but there's no retaliation. What can you do? You know what I mean? So,
Man, child.
next play. You know what I mean? Like shake him best you can. You know what I mean? It's still a full game. So, shout out to Zach. High school, hardest high school hit, man. To be honest, I ain't carried the ball to my senior year, like heavily like that. By that time, I was prepared for it. But I took a hit in practice from I telling my team my senior year actually. We was doing a pursuit drill with the pad set up in like 3 different gaps, and I was taking on everybody, and coaches was watching it. I was pretty passionate talking, you know what I mean? And coach put us up against a matchup that they put me up against another bad cat on the team who was like one of the best hitters on the team. That worked out for me in my favor. I was shocked too, believe it or not. Speed kills though, never forget. He put me in there with a 300-pound Dave Ramel. You know what I mean? On the pursuit drill. The pursuit drill, you got to run about 10, 15 yards and then cut up in the hole. And yeah. And I was taking on everybody like, I don't care. Who you got?
You ain't shake him up.
I was making it a point to square with
you was
everybody.
trying to- yeah,
I was
okay.
trying to prove a point. I was passionate and talking and feeling myself.
Nice job, bro. God.
Oh yeah. Young guys, there's no weight divisions in football, but there are positions in football for that reason. And their elusiveness is, you know what I mean, if you got feet as a running back, protect your body. You know what I'm saying? Dave Rimmel won that battle. You know what I mean? He let me know that, you know what I mean? Like there's, you ain't.
Welcome to collision.
Yeah, that's what I was going.
Oh, how you
Carter, I was gonna get him on that one.
So
He wasn't getting away out here without that.
Dave, you know what I'm saying? Like it was a sweep. I got the sweep. I'm running up. You know what I'm saying? And
When you say you play for
coach was like, bro, you if you can deal with everybody else, deal with him. Run him over. And the coach has said it. He's pretty intense too. I believe him. Shout out Coach Hammond.
Play with Jim Brown.
You know what I mean? So
Play with Jim Brown.
me and Dave Rourn cut through the hole. I lowered up on him. He lowered up on me. Ball went flying. When you hit like that, like an immovable object type hit, like when you go into it like fearless, and the other person comes at you like that too, but you lose the battle. You kind of you hear it, but you don't really. You hear it, and then it's like blinking real fast. You know what I'm saying? And you get the whole. You see this, you see that. You know what I mean? So that was the hardest hit in college or high school. In college, offense and defense don't really like each other. You know what I'm saying? So,
Nah, bro, and that's
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
That's two different teams.
Yeah, two different teams.
That's two different teams, man.
So for the viewers out there, understand that offense and defense don't mix in college. I'm sure it's like that at huge high schools probably too. But in college, offense and defense don't get along. They don't
At all.
You know what I mean? So one time, you know what I mean, I was a freshman. I came in pretty highly touted where I went. University of Philly. Shout out to University of Philly. Shout out to Coach Kostoff from the University of Michigan. Shout out to you. You taught me a lot. But we're doing this. I'm getting the ball, and Coach said, "Protect yourself, Jamal. You know how it is." And I did know how it was. I was starting to get the hang of it. And I got the ball, did what I was supposed to. Coach always told us finish 40 yards or go to the end zone. That's the only way you can guarantee not get hit. Because if they ain't gonna chase you for 40 yards, and if you go to the end zone and you get in the end zone, they can't hit you. Otherwise, you know what I mean, you know they don't like you. You know what I'm saying? I was pretty passionate at Finley too, and enthusiastic. You know what I'm saying with my team. So I got the ball. You know what I'm saying? Did my normal thing. 20 yards later, I kind of slowed down, trot down. The safety came down knowing that I was kind of like toning my run down and laid the wood on me. You know what I'm saying? Like put his helmet on my chin strap, basically. My helmet was knocked off. I got up, mouth bleeding, asked who did it. That's how bad it was.
How Chris touched one of y'all here?
I asked who did it. Man.
That's why.
Safety's in college football. You know, safety's in high school football, bro. You can deal with these. Safety's in high school football, you don't really think about like that. But you can't play with these safeties in college, you know what I mean? But I did tone it down, and me and him had been going at it all year. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But I asked who did it. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, altercation broke out, and you know what I mean? But that hit. All I remember is they tell me he put his helmet in my chin strap. You know what I mean? And they was like, "You was toning it down. You ain't seen." I'm like, "I don't even remember." You know what I mean? So.
1807%.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I say football's not for everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all are some different beasts, so I respect every single one of y'all. Y'all put it on. Y'all put it on.
He got another one too. He gonna leave it out.
He might not remember it.
Like with my junior year, I think. It's my junior year.
Oh,
West Side?
No,
Waverly.
no, I've been counting with it.
Just Mexico.
That might have been county. Was it Fayette County?
It was Waverly.
I'm trying to what you talking about.
When this is on, no, everybody knows special teams,
Yeah.
punt return, special kickoff. You know, he's on kick.
Waverly.
He was on kickoff. One of them.
Yeah. When I left them, you know what I'm saying?
He was on kickoff. He was on kickoff, man. You know, one of them caught him slipping.
Oh,
Hey,
Hey, you did. You
Hey.
screen down the field though.
yeah.
you know, stars my cartoon. Stars. He looking at birds.
Yeah.
They get my dude over to the sideline.
Yeah.
You know, he sit him down. You know,
I was talking to Joe.
asked him, you all right? You know where you at? Who you play for? He said the Cleveland Browns.
As a running back, we're used to taking hits. We're all used to taking hits, and it's just like, bro, you got to deal with it. You know what I mean, that's part of the run, being a running back. You know what I mean? So I thought it was one of them.
Hey, real quick. DJ, man, do me a favor, join the live, man. It'd be good to have you, because you reminisce. DJ Carter, holla at your boy, join the Roots and Routes podcast. We chopping it up with everybody. Once again, we are here, live on location at the legendary 14th Street Community Center. I want you to like, Berkeley, share, subscribe, look around the room. We got some legends in the building.
Legends.
You can look heroes on this wall. We got legends on in the room behind us. Well, so I appreciate. We got two more.
Ain't no attention to that. That's sweet.
You gotta see it. Look around.
That's sweet.
See it around.
I ain't paying no attention to that.
We stand on the shoulders of
What's
giants.
Huh?
I didn't pay no attention.
We gonna set it up. We gonna set
I
it
gotta
up.
bring my picture.
But we got two more. We got two more. I need to let us know.
Like I see.
Who hit you? Who got you? Who can ring your bell? Who rung your bell?
I can't tell you who hit me. I ain't got no names for you, but I got two quick ones. JV game, once again, kickoff. They kick the ball to me. You know, I got him. I got it. Okay, he's gonna kick to us. I got it. I'm running, you know, and it's open wide, open up. All I see is the end zone. I'm gone. I'm running. I hit that hole, and I don't know where it came from. I don't know where it came from. It took me off my feet. Knocked the air out of me. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't breathe for a minute. And I'm like, man, what happened?
We played a game.
What happened? So I'm like, we look and see what happened. My own brother got me, so set me up.
Look at the screen.
Oh, God.
He knew he was going with.
Oh, he
Mr. Block, bro.
I ain't seen nothing but ass all the time.
I ain't seen him coming.
I'm looking at the scoreboard. I ain't seen the grass. Like, damn.
That's correct.
So I got another one against Miami Trace.
Bradley Parker got one.
That's the same.
Shout out to
That's the
Bradley.
same guy got me and Bradley.
Oh.
I come run sweep around the end. You know, I seen him coming at an angle. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna get by him. You know, I'm gonna be up to the spot. That wasn't the case. If I wasn't in bounds, they'd have got the ball because the ball came flying out. I ain't had the ball. By the time I had that grab, the ball gone. But yeah, Miami Trace caught me off an angle. He cleaned me up. And that same guy got Bradley that game on a pass that was too high and cleaned Bradley up. And I ran up on him like, bro, you all right?
That was a
He's like, yeah. I'm like, you sure? He's like, nah. And went back down. I'm like, yeah, that happens. You know what I mean? Like, but we
gotta fight, bro.
Every 30 hit on Bradley. You know?
Yeah, ball was gone.
He cleaned me up.
He turned it off. He peeled off just for Bradley.
He cleaned me up.
You would have loved it.
So, them was two.
Man, like it's stuff we would have done, but not the our guy.
That's two that I definitely remember. Yeah, got my bell rung. Okay, but it's like says football's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Right.
You gonna say the iron to it when you jumped over the line? Don't jump as a running back.
That
You
one.
know what I mean? Oh, you forgot?
Look who's on the screen. The man who missed the block. I'm doing irons. The man who missed the block.
I ain't missed no block.
Bob, come on, man. What really happened?
Man, bro, it was a JV game. We was blowing this team out. Me and Han.
Can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Now,
You got that government phone.
Mama.
Oh, he wrong.
You froze, man. You got no Wi-Fi. Come on, Bob.
Standing outside, he's a satellite. He turned around.
Come on.
Well done, people.
So, but,
Hold on, Bob, you back on.
We'll get back to Bob.
the golden record on the wall. Golden records on the wall. Golden platinum records.
But no, Reed, I got you. You've seen a lot. You've been through a lot. I want to know somebody that got you.
Don't, hey, quiet as kept the Nelsons. Sir, Ferlin, David, and Leon.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
All of
Man, listen,
They my peoples too.
Leon, you would go.
Leon, too?
Hey, somebody
Actually,
knocking on the
would
window.
go. You would pick up your best team to go up there and play them, and then carry you up. The Nelsons was off the chain, man. That's who hit me the hardest.
That's what I heard.
Like in high school, it was Brian Sparks. Brian Sparks. I did one. I got him like he did nothing. No, Brian. He was off the attack. He went to play at Wilmington.
I seen his name on
He's
the
a big boy. But he hit me. You know that lay down drill where you land this way. whatever that was called.
Right.
What did they call
He
it?
got me. You ring my bell. That's the only time I've ever had my bell rung. Cause I did the ringing.
Right.
Okay, I did the ringing. It with the pad on.
Right.
But when I got to college, it was a dude named Victor Simmons
Okay.
out of Chicago. He got me, middle linebacker. He got me.
Wow.
You gotta be. It's a
Big as he
different.
was, yeah. It's got to be something.
I wasn't as fast as y'all.
Hey,
No, I'm talking about big.
I punished my man, so I'm going to hit.
Right.
So it is what it is, you know.
did y'all used to have
It was dirty play, pitching under the power, Jackson.
Oh yeah, it was a bunch of dirty plays back
Man, dirty.
Hyman JoJo, man? If I'm not mistaken, didn't y'all used to bet who gonna get the most spin moves?
My spin was leak. Oh, I had a nice little clean.
Hey, nah, yeah.
Nice little clean spin.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I eliminated the spin out of my game.
I be like you spin.
Because for that split second, you spin, you don't see nothing. You turn, it's like playing fighting a certain way. I understand what you're saying.
It's not pretty boy, bro.
It's like you should have been spinning to your old boy.
Yeah,
You're right. Sometimes that's split, like you playing basketball. And you turn your defense back to and try to play defense with your back. Right.
You can't use it all the time.
But the spin move, though, it's not one-on-ones like you just, I'm about to spin on it.
One-on-one open
It's just some
field.
things that just instincts.
That's when I
It was just instinct sometimes, you know what I mean?
Right.
Spin, you know what I mean? Like, you ain't going
As a
to
receiver, maybe I can
you know what I mean? But it
You
just,
know what I mean? Downfield and deep.
It would have definitely had to do
It's
In that box.
That's right, bro. You're gonna make two to three people miss. They're gonna pursue. That's
what they do.
I wouldn't teach spin in the box.
So hopefully we'll be able to get Shine back on or DJ. But I want to kind of quarterback it like this. So if you had a do-over in a game, and you can interpret the question how you want to, but it's kind of like the most memorable game that you had in your career, and either it's memorable from the standpoint of, you know, you got the victory, you won, or it could be even memorable from the standpoint, man, I wish I could just get them again, because I believe, you know, if that game is differently, you feel better. I mean, I'm sure losses take a toll on you, but I want you to answer that question to the best of your ability. If you had a do-over of a most memorable game, and it could be a situation where, man, that was such an elated feeling that we won. Like, wow, the whole city was on our back after we won that game. So I want to start with trying to see. Let's start with a kid.
Williamsburg, my senior year.
Senior year of Williamsburg.
The 21-14 one?
Yes, sir.
Man, that hurt.
Yeah, I played with a separated shoulder. Actually, I separated my shoulder. I think it was like week 6 or 7 in Spring Valley. I didn't play.
Valley.
What's your
Play big shit.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying, Danny. You know what I mean?
What you saying? That don't sound good.
That's what I said in the group yesterday.
I separated my shoulder that game, man, and I was trying to. I thought my season was over for real, but I sat out a game to get to the Williamsburg game because I knew JoJo and Hein came in and as youngsters that Spring Valley game and did their thing, man. And
You put them on the map.
yeah, we got the no, they was on the map. They got the opportunity. Yeah, and they came in and did their thing. We won the game. Then the next following week, I sat out or the Rock Hill game.
You was gonna play, but you something you fell in the warm ups. You fell.
In the Rock Hill game,
and landed on it.
yeah,
And it was like you weren't ready.
yeah. I sat out that game, man, because I wanted to get to the Bird game, but the Bird game that had a lot of playoff implications, man. And
Right.
if we won that game, it'd have been the first time that I ever made the playoffs as a high school athlete, man. And I wanted it bad, bro. I think I missed school for like 30 straight days after that loss, man. You know what I mean? I ain't learned that. It did, bro. Cause like my career was over. I never made the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
Was that with Clyde?
Leesburg and
That definitely.
Leesburg was either.
I had a do-over game.
Right.
if it was, it would have definitely been that game. You know what I'm saying? And I would have tried to stay on the field as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? To try to help my team. But that definitely would have. That definitely would.
You remember y'all's record that year?
Yeah, we take two. We take two every year. We never made the playoffs. Ironton and Burke got us every time we changed our game.
I remember that game. I was young. I was a sophomore, and I remember, being in the game, and I remember, standing in the middle of everybody,
Giving the
in
speech.
that game and giving that speech.
And I never talked.
And how hurt. I heard,
Right.
I heard the pain, the voice of
Right.
not only the season being over, but your high school career.
Right.
It's over. And I promise, I told myself, I'm like, man.
That's why.
And I never
I'm not losing.
I wasn't a
I'm
big
not losing
talker,
to
you know what I'm saying?
That's a tough game.
Speech.
I told myself I'm not losing to Williamsburg, man. Cause
That's the first game I ever gave a speech.
My whole year, I kept losing to Burn. I'm sick of it, bro.
So the youngsters, man, hey, don't take nothing for granted, man. Cherish this moment. Work, man. Work. This feeling sucks.
It was, yeah.
Hey, our senior year, what did we beat Berg by? 45-9.
No burger.
Yeah, we saw. I mean, it was just
Start tearing up.
one, but we're still going for it. I'm tired of season ending like that because Bird. Like, nah, it got to change. Got to change.
No, that's Chili, the Jared Chili. He graduated. He graduated the year before that, bro.
Leesburg.
Yeah, Leesburg, East Step,
He's
Clyburn.
He was a good quarterback. I like him.
Clyburn is a fullback.
Real quick. Let's keep it popping. So let me go with. I started with you, right? Let's go with Mike.
So what you want? Most memorable?
It's a do-over. It could be. You can interpret your question how you want.
I'll do a memorable with a do-over. The most memorable game is Ironton my junior year. Like Reeves said, Ironton beat me up too. You know what I'm saying? We had some big classic games, but we just couldn't pull it away. So my junior year, we beat them 19-18 at Ironton. My junior year, bro, they run up on us 12-0 real quick. They run a kick, they run a punt back, and then they just ran it down our throats. Like first two times they even touched the ball. 12-0. Me and Mike Eastep looking at each other like, fuck, here we go again. You know what I'm saying? So then we get the ball for the third time. And bro, it's 3rd and 12. Coach Clifford calls a 58 sweep. We all look up and that's normal.
Let's run it.
So we ran it, bro. And I got the first down. And from that point on, we dominated. They ain't get nothing else. From that point on, they ain't get nothing else. I ended up having 120 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns, and we beat them 19-18. They bricked our bus at the end. They bricked our bus and busted B-Jack in the ear with a brick.
The Tigers?
Yeah, bro, they bricked our bus, bro. After we beat them.
Should make us keep our helmets on.
Yeah.
In the bus.
So the thing is, bro, you know, it's the same way for Ironton. The Ironton Portsmouth game is real. You know what I'm saying?
It's real. Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, I mean, we all cool now. We all talk about, the plan and the competition. And Roach went to the game with us, and that's who I played against. But the do-over game was my junior year. Again, we in the playoffs. We playing Columbus Beechcroft. We was supposed to beat them, but I don't know what happened, man. They got us, but there was a play that I never returned punts. You know what I'm saying? But we down, and I'm trying to make a play happen, and they punt to us. And I'm trying to make the play happen. Don't catch the ball inside the 10. You know what I'm saying? I didn't catch it, but the ball was still like fumbling around the 2 or the 3, and I tried to go pick it up. As soon as I picked it up, they hit me, and I fumbled. You know what I'm saying? And they got the ball on the 1 and went up 2 scores on us. You know what I'm saying? So if I had a do-over game, it'd be that game. Other than that play right there, like I still had a great game, you know what I'm saying, in that game. But that was a crucial play to where they went up 2 scores. Right. We just couldn't overcome it in the end, you know what I'm saying? So, that's my do-over game there.
So you got on that. Counted as a 2-parter. Go ahead, JoJo.
Most memorable game was just a whole bunch of them, but it was my sophomore year against Waverly at home. And Coach Clifford, everybody was going out. Coach Clifford pulled me in there, told me my son was getting born, man. And I don't think I even had a game. I went over 100 yards yet. And I sat in there, bro, and thought about it. You know what I'm saying? I sat in there. But listen, I sat in there and thought about it, man, and I felt like I came out different in that game, bro. And I was finishing every run, bro. Every pass block meant something to me, bro. Every run block meant something to me, bro. Because I know after that game, I was going to see my youngster, bro. So, and I ended up getting over 100 yards in that game, bro, and it just felt different. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of my most memorable games I had, which was a bunch. But if I had to do over, it would be Van Wert.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Definitely be Van
I was
Wert.
supposed to be state champ that year, man.
So that's the game you lost?
Yeah, man.
They try to throw
4 times.
The whole game happened, man.
Nah, man, keep it real, man.
That's another conversation.
Keep it real. Keep it real.
But listen,
I was asking the wrong questions.
we busted our butts, man. I'm talking about everybody, bro. I believe our whole starting lineup was 350, 375 and above in the weight room. We, you know what I'm saying, bro? We busted it. We busted our butts, man.
The whole team
We worked hard, bro. We worked hard for that, bro, and we wanted it, man. And we fell short to a team that barely made it in the playoffs, bro.
They barely made it though because they were playing dogs. So.
You know, bro, listen. I'm not worried about none of them. They turned around and watched us warm up, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What team do that? We supposed to win that game, bro. Like, we're supposed to win like 20-something points.
I knew we was.
Y'all didn't tell us that, though.
Yeah, they.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't tell us that. Y'all ain't tell Jaime that.
I knew Sean and I wasn't doing.
Y'all ain't tell me that.
Right.
Because I could have sworn we ran the ball 95% of the game.
Yeah.
You
Y'all
feel
both
me?
had
We
what?
supposed to win that, bro. All of that season, bro.
Threw the ball 4
I want that
times.
game back, bro.
Y'all both went off against Van Wert too, though, right?
Yeah, I was supposed to win that, but it hurt, bro.
How many deep offensive touchdowns did they even score? What, 1 or 2? We lost 2 years like that, bro.
All I know is what was that offense that was running, bro? I can't stand that wing. I don't even know what that is. That's great, man.
Oh, Lincoln Valley.
That was senior year.
That work was running that wing screen, whatever that was, bro.
Their defensive end was
So
killing.
let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Are you finished?
Yeah, I'm good.
Bones.
8 and go.
Let's keep it going. Two-parter.
Yeah, most memorable and game I wish I could get back. Most memorable game. We'll start with that one. Actually, let's start with the most game I could get back, so we can end on a good note with me, because I don't want to think about that game like that. I don't think about it too much at all. The game I wish I could get back, obviously, is that's what I'm saying. I buried it, bro. It's a game. It's my senior year against West regional championship. They went on to go to the state championship, and everything I had lined up for us. You know, what I mean, we had a home playoff game against Waverly, beat them. I had a little injury earlier in the year. I was just getting back to where I was like my swag and confidence to where I felt like no team can stop us. The second game we played Ironton, got to beat our rivals twice in the same year, and we got to beat Ironton at OU. That was a great feeling to play at Ohio University and beat Ironton twice in the same year. And then the third game, playing West. And if we beat this West team, which we played and beat before in the regular season, beat them pretty well. Not a blowout, but we beat them. It was a rout. And, of course, I had a good game. And so we're playing West again to get to the Final Four. And it rained all week, literally all week. And some things it was just a weird week. And I'm the type of guy to block out things and focus on the task at hand. So I'm like, I ain't worried about nothing else. Like, we're making a run to the state championship. And to give it context, I had a young team. A lot of guys were sophomores. They were starters. A lot of talent had left. A guy in this room, JoJo, Bradley, DJ, Tony, Tyler Hammond. So Zach Harris, Mikey Lampkin, Bruce Cobb. So we lost. So we had a bunch of new guys kind of coming in, and they was kind of, I was the captain. Well, one of the captains. I consider myself the captain though, and my stamp was really on that team. Is what I'm saying. We was really tough. We persevered through anything. We really believed in ourselves. We was just a bunch of tough overachievers. That's how I looked at us. And we played like that. Like, we just kept chopping wood. That was our mentality. Run the ball right at you. So we're playing West. Everything's lined up for us to beat all our rivals.
That's a mud game.
Yeah.
5 inches.
Yeah. And we're playing them at Tanks Memorial, which is Ironton's home stadium. And if we win this game, we get to go to the Final Four in the state.
Right.
And
Took that speed away from you, didn't it?
Man.
Bud did.
And so I'll get to the game. We lost the game, but during the game starts out well for us. They get the ball, we stop them. We get the ball. I was kind of always wanting the ball a lot. Like, I always wanted the ball if I was not super tired. You know what I mean? And that was happening in that game. Like, I was getting the ball from jump. Like, from the beginning of the game, I was getting the rock like I wanted. And we was driving down the field our first series of the game. And I was running according to the weather, which you're supposed to think like that as a running back. I'm running shorter steps, you know what I mean? Ball security.
I forgot about this.
Mm-hmm. And
I forgot about this.
I get the ball on the counter tray. It sets up beautifully for me. I get the ball on the counter tray. Make the cut. Get the open field like a running back. Like, when you're in the area with a lot of guys, crowded area, hold the ball, especially if it's wet and raining. Look, young fellas, young athletes. But I was coming through the middle of that, about to break out into his full sprint, about to score a touchdown. So as I'm breaking through, I had just made a guy miss in the rain. And as I'm breaking into my stride to score a touchdown, as I made the guy miss, a guy who was further behind me dove out and kind of punched the ball. It's in my hand. I mean, I didn't do high and tight back then. We didn't teach high and tight in high school. I had a good hold of the ball, but it wasn't high and tight that I learned in college. Best game for you youngsters, high and tight, and split the point of the ball with the 2 fingers. To this day, I'll never forget that. But the guy, I'm breaking out to score a touchdown. No one's in front of me, and a guy dove and punched the ball out from the back, and the ball, I fumbled the ball, and their fastest player picks as the ball is on the ground. I go to pick it up. Obviously, I get clapped. Their fastest player picks it up, takes it to the crib. 7 point or 6 points West, and West is a rivalry game. Ironton, Williamsburg, West. Any rivalry game, anytime momentum happens, momentum's big. Like Whoop was saying with Beechcroft, you know what I mean? And when your team looks to you as like you're like the leader of the man, like you're expected to perform. And when they see something like that from the performer, it can kind of lower spirits. And when you're playing against a good team in a playoff game like that, and it's 2 good teams, you got to stay in the game mentally. You know what I mean? We did have a young team, but my blunder, my fumble, to me, in my opinion, cost us the game. We still fought. We fought back, made it a good game. We just couldn't stop them in the mud. But we got behind, and they didn't pass the ball that year. They had a line that was amazing. They had a running game that was amazing. Right. The mud helped them out. So they had more. One of their running backs, shout out Jeremiah Lynn, shout out Bryson Williams, shout out Justin Contrell, shout out Brian McCormick. Y'all did y'all's thing. But
Ralph on that team?
Jeremiah Lynn's had more carries than we had offensive plays that game.
Wow.
That's the kind of ball control they imposed on us that game.
Right.
And this is the same team we beat in week 4. Maybe week 3. Beat them at their home field. So football is a mental game. We beat this team up and then got beat up by the same team in the mud. So it's a mental game, stay in the game, and we stayed in the game. We didn't quit. We didn't like that. But once we got behind, we wasn't catching up to them handing the ball off as they did. And that game was a regional championship. It'll forever hurt. Obviously, I'm a competitor. I can't get it back. But that Portsmouth West 2002 regional championship is the game I would definitely want back. And because we was better. I can't say we was better.
Come on, man. Pass the mic, man.
All right, we go. Let me go ahead. The wheel. You got it.
Go grab it, dog.
If you can answer that same question, honey, it's a 2-point.
I was there for y'all's, bro. You were there for this one. I said you didn't pay for those. And now, who will say Northern Valley?
But we ain't winning.
Somebody gotta say
DJ said that.
For that painful story though.
DJ just said that on
Let's
the chat.
go stories. I was on that team. You know what I'm saying? I was on that team. Lincoln Valley had
I had to pick one of them, bro.
Lincoln Valley could have been mine.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but no, like I said, most memorable for me will be the Dayton Chaminade game.
Yes.
You go on YouTube and watch that to this day.
Going to watch it because going into the game, everybody they talk about how big they were, and
Right.
who they had.
Yup.
This person going D1, this person going D1. This and the list just seemed like it wasn't ending.
Right.
You had the Chatham brothers. We was like,
Yeah.
but at the same time, shit, we like, we ain't
Missouri,
lost.
huh?
They was-
Missouri.
We ain't lost.
They wasn't talking about us enough,
Yeah,
man.
we ain't
I
lost.
remember that.
You know what I mean? So we warming up.
There too.
I know I was graduated, but I was at the game. So
It was cold.
At Hillsborough.
We warming up. It's freezing.
It's
freezing. We was on the field first, and we sitting there warming up, ready to go, and they come out the locker room, and I ain't gonna hold you. We look down like, man,
Yeah, he was hooked up.
Biggest
Hooked up with you, bro.
huge.
Bro, they sit their skill players out there first.
Yeah, they throwing up games. son.
yeah, they dudes. So you like, in your mind, you like, damn, some big boys.
Right.
Huge.
So the game, it started, and we used to the whole year we win it. We beat people. We're not used to being behind the 8 ball. We're not used to having to come back.
Brick is talking on.
He was the
So
dog.
we had they jumped out on us. And was beating us. And that was different territory for us. We like I said, we used to win it. Had lost all year. But the second quarter, it changed. From special teams,
Right.
to defense, to offense. It changed, and we got back to ourselves,
All right.
and we had to let them know, this our season ain't ending today.
Right.
Y'all did. Y'all did. And if you don't remember that game, that was a heck of a game. But me and JoJo, man, we put the work in that game because we completed one pass that game.
Right.
We completed
Yeah,
one pass.
right.
You know what I mean? And it was.
And y'all ain't throw the ball?
It has to.
We tried to, but
Leads and counters, what?
70, but
but 30.
Michigan football.
There were a couple of possessions we had to go for. We went for it on the last possession. We went for it. It's freezing. 4th and 4.
Right.
Like we ain't giving the ball back. You know what I mean? But because Clifford, he knew what he had back there. He trusted us.
Yeah.
And he put the ball in our hands.
That's what it did.
We sealed the game.
that's pretty cool.
And it took us.
34 lead. Right?
I still get on YouTube and look at that sometimes. Watch or something.
Yeah. I mean, it was a great game.
The things that happen in that game, but I'm telling you, like they talk about stuff, man. Listen, watch that game and watch the footnotes, bro.
Yeah, we fought.
Watch this, bro.
We fought everybody. I mean, it was a whole team effort. Like it
was a good game.
We had to tap in because, like I said, we weren't used to playing behind. It's like this is a little different. But I mean, but at the end of the day, we didn't want to lose. We didn't accept losing.
They had them pick the winner.
Yeah, the title.
We number one. They
Tell me it didn't feel like destiny after that win.
But it didn't matter. I didn't care.
We can't be stopped.
I didn't care if the two had winning because I knew who I had with me and I knew who we were. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that didn't matter to me. But
That's what made next week so.
but if I can redo a game, everybody know. It's easy. It's easy. It'll be my senior the van work game because I know we were definitely the better team. We were definitely the better team. I'm not going to go into that game.
But I'm telling you, man.
Things happened that game that shouldn't have happened.
Right.
There was things said on the field by players that pissed me off. You know what I mean? Because like you want
That's senior,
act
right?
like the
Senior, right?
Yeah, I'm
Senior, junior, sophomore.
yeah, it was just some things that were said on that field. People were just
Right.
I'm going to get out.
Right.
Don't be in the game. You know,
Right.
If you're talking like this,
Talking like that.
go to the sideline. I mean, I'll take a freshman out here. They're gonna be that ain't gonna say this.
Right.
I had a line to tell me it's too strong. Man, get yourself. I don't want to hear this. Man.
No.
It was that.
For me, this was funny. But no, that's one of them games I definitely.
They were good in the trenches, bro.
I would.
They were solid up the trenches.
That game, I know we would.
That DN, man, was up there.
Joe Pitt,
Bro,
Ohio State.
Heim averaged 8 yards a carry on 33 league that game, bro.
We wouldn't. So
You were still.
Hey, go.
And then just for the end, for the game.
That's crazy, bro.
How it ended.
That was
because
crazy,
It was
man.
proved down, and I told Coach Clifford, I'm like, listen, man, you line me up here on the slot, put me in the slot, and
That was beautiful.
and just run seams because they got one person over top of me, and you know they're not gonna roll me. And I told the side, don't look nowhere else. You drop back and throw it. I'm gonna go get it. Just throw it. You know?
Hey, we got to update our video. We should be able to put that video right there on the screen right now.
Yeah.
So exactly just like you're talking about.
Hey,
All right.
No, Antonio King.
hold on, we're bringing him on the camera.
No, he's all right, bro. It's a good rivalry, bro. It's a great rivalry. It's fun.
I told Josiah to throw it. He threw it.
He said all love.
He threw it.
That's
Right.
Right.
I had to wait for it.
Yeah.
I had to wait for it.
It's a
but
great
I
rivalry.
caught it,
And the rest is
and
it.
it was, unfortunately, it cut on like the 8,
Right.
first down.
Hey,
Unfortunately, it's happened.
Zach was going crazy on the sideline. You hear me?
Yeah, it's.
He wouldn't talk, but he was.
I like the beach.
Zach was going nuts. He's like, put me in.
Oh, no. Sit here, homie, start talking.
There you go.
Bro, he was talking.
His junior year. Go to junior year because
We didn't hear him talk. He started talking to us.
the recruiter came and I went down the cut. I'm like, well, you got to talk to him.
It was McDonald's, right?
Talk to him. So I came out. Coach Clifford's office. I'm gonna hear him talk, and I ain't heard him talking in years.
Right.
Hey, Zach, I wish I got a story about Zach.
We all got it on.
I got one too, man.
We was,
Just look at my show.
you know, the park they built on Waller, the park before they built the park, they was tearing down the houses and cutting the yard and stuff up. And
Summer program.
yeah, it's the same. I was working in the summer program, and Zach was strong, man. I don't know if you knew how strong he was.
Green Mile.
Zach was strong.
I'm sitting, I'm sitting with the saw, and I'm sawing the tree, man. I'm sawing that baby, and it's about that tree's about this thick. Bro, Zach went up on halfway up the they wasn't real tall, but they was. He went up halfway up the tree and snapped it. Both hands to God, bro. And I'm looking at him. I said, man, you ain't see me sawing it. You ain't see the work. Bro, I don't know how strong that kid was, man.
500 pounds, dude.
Bro, he was strong.
You know the funeral home. What was it? Mercer.
Yeah.
That was across the street. They had a metal sign, right?
Yeah, I remember
They had a
that.
metal sign. So Zach, bro, we sitting there messing with Zach like Zach. I bet you can't run through that sign. He said, "Who can't?" Zach, you can't run through that sign. It's no sign. Zach. Come on, then they had the 2 cement things.
Yeah, yeah, it was crazy.
Bro, 15-yard sprint.
Boom.
A metal sign is through it.
I see
I don't want no problems
bro.
with you, Zach.
Nah.
Shout out to Zach here. Shout out to Zach, man.
Shout out to Zach.
Legend.
You remember when he hit Steve step in practice?
You okay?
Did he fold him up or did he carry him?
Steve, I'm sorry. Yeah, he got him, bro. He hit him. He hit him with Steve like, oh, my contact. I was like, my contact. He from my contact. I know it's right there against cheek.
Hey,
Contact was sitting on his cheek.
Zach got me in practice.
forgot one man got Zach. That's the only thing I've ever seen. Leverage. Young kids, leverage.
Who got it? Who was that?
In the drill, he ain't played. That was his last play ever. But he got Zach. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out Kevin McDonald. You know what I mean? You was there.
Hey, listen.
That's the only time I see
Yeah,
Zach.
watch it too.
You know what I mean?
Remember the hamburger drill? When we was doing the same thing, we had to pick the hose, we had a lead blocker.
Yeah.
And I turned around talking smack because and I was like, you know what I'm saying? Bet, watch me do this. I turned back around and he had Mikey Lincoln and Zach.
Zach there, yeah.
Remember when Zach cracked my helmet wide open?
Yeah. You didn't lose that though.
Bro,
That was
he
big.
cracked my helmet,
He
bro.
didn't use his feet though. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, now,
That was cheating, bro. Why would you put Zach?
you talking about massages getting pampered?
That's your
At
star,
practice,
bro.
JoJo done, bro.
Zach
Why would you
said at my shoulder, bro.
Mikey, why would you put your star? Another talk.
So we're going to wrap this up.
That was crazy.
I think this has been very much an enjoyable sit down, but I want to use a little wisdom right here, and we're going to kind of defer to the elder here once again. So this is a 3-part question for you. Most memorable, do-over, and then what does the legacy of the running backs in this room and just the legacy of running backs as a whole what do you think? What type of legacy do you think y'all leave for future generations? So, first part of the question is the question that they've already answered is, the do-over game, most memorable, and then I'll piggyback. I'll bring you in the last part of it.
I guess my most memorable game would be when we beat Ironton, and Iron hadn't been beaten maybe 9 or 8 years, and regular season. Okay, it's real talk. They hadn't lost a game in regular season. That's why I don't like Iron. Can you imagine getting beat up? Man, I'm the star. They beating us up regular. That's why I don't like Iron. It's nothing. That's why I say Michigan type dude. But anyway,
8 or 9 years.
my senior year, the first play of the game, Steve Willis was first team All-American, and we ran 22 dive, and I ran straight at him and knocked him out the game and scored like 80-yard touchdown.
You got a guy on offense?
We ended up beating Iron for the first time. Iron had never been beaten in regular season for years. Now, I'm gonna tell you the next one. Listen to this one, though. This is a big one. Though. Is when, Portsmouth don't know nothing about no playoffs. Shit. You didn't know nothing about no playoffs at my coming up, excuse me. My coming up. You didn't, before me even. I think the first time they went to the playoffs maybe in the 60s or something. You know what I'm saying? So PHS was getting punished. We would always get drilled. You know what I'm saying? So I remember when we played Philo. We played Philo, man, and we won in the mud. That's why I said I can't understand the mud. But, that's where that power. You don't work in that mud. But anyway, the one that I hate the most that I could get back was when we played Cincinnati Nicholas. We was up on these people, man, 7-0 going in that half. Second half of the game, man, he ran me 2 times.
In the playoffs?
Man, listen.
Playoffs?
Coach Clifford, I wish he could be here. But I got the ball twice.
Playoffs?
I got the ball twice, man. And in the second half, man, we lost. But it wasn't that bad because KB was handling his business. But he was doing it out of hate. But they beat us on 2 slants, pass plays. Both sides. Bop. Got the ball back again and did it again. That's how we lost. But Portsmouth wasn't going to no playoffs. That wasn't even heard of. And all the years on down when I was watching Portsmouth, they was getting tumbled. So when I got to high school, we was still getting tumbled. You know what I'm saying? Till my senior year, man. But what was that last question?
So the last question is
the legacy.
This is running back high, man.
These guys was getting tumbled.
And
the guys you was shouting out, they was good. Was getting tumbled.
I'm talking about Portsmouth High School wasn't known for football,
basketball,
individuals. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't known for football. We was getting tumbled. Portsmouth always would get tumbled. Wasn't no thing to heard of playoff. That wasn't happening. Guess what I'm thinking? There's different levels. Believe that.
Hey, back then, I remember Notre Dame went 10-0 and still ain't making it.
I'm telling you, it's different.
Hey, I was talking to him when he said he was telling me about Greenup. Greenup was good, bro.
Shout out to Uncle Lee Bass too.
Shout out to Lee Bass.
Y'all not forgot. We worked out heavily. me and JoJo.
He had me so strong.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out Uncle Lee. You know what I'm saying?
I apologize for tapping out 3 times.
My whole family, like the community really puts you on. That's true. So
He doing a lot of work with the high school.
Yeah,
And Sean,
one day I worked out with him. We did a leg day, bro. He said, I got women that work out harder than this. I was like, oh, for real?
worked out with him for a preseason.
I didn't even walk out.
So here's how we gonna close this out. I wanna go around the room one last time, and I want y'all this where we want to be able to bring people back to the table, to the podcast. Who's someone that you feel like would be a great interview, a great person to sit down with, a great person to bring on live stream. However we get over here, we can do things virtually, we can do things live on location here at the legendary 14th Street Community Center. Let's start with the kid. Go ahead and speak somebody that you feel like would be a great interview.
To start with, I'm gonna say, I mean, got to bring the all-time leading rusher in the history of Portsmouth High School and Tyler Parker. If you're gonna,
I would love to bring that.
just he beat everybody's records there, respectfully.
Except,
No, single season or career.
I'm about to say,
No, I ain't talking about no one game. I'm talking about careers. He
So they ready?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, you know what I mean. All-time leading rusher, all-time leading scorer type. You know,
That's a part.
him.
You know what I'm saying?
Troy Parker.
Absolutely.
Is Kurt Gentry still alive?
No.
He's not.
He
Lord
passed
rest his
his
soul.
soul.
Lord rest his soul.
Right.
I don't know about some of the older cats with Leroy Carr. They probably too old. Yeah, spaz. See, I don't know. I'm not hip to that, but hey, it's some of the other legends, man, that played before us. You know what I mean? Like even some of the ones that ain't here. Like I say, Talon, KB Johnson.
That'd be a good one.
He got to play alongside Reed, so he can tell us a little bit about playing with a legend like Reed. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. Pretty much all I can think of on the top.
I mean, if you can get somebody to come down your interview out there, I would be interested to hear speaking about his career and Chuck Healy.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
what
it'd be good.
Yeah. I like to see Chuck Healy. I mean, he still on records. College
Good stuff.
Right.
didn't lose. Like, I'd like to know his story more. So that's
He
what
didn't lose in high school or college.
nothing. He never
Right.
didn't lose. I
Right.
mean, it's like that's just
He's LeVar Ball.
Hey, he ain't go to no weak college neither.
yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Did that
He don't
for
need
Lido.
That's what I'm saying. So I would like to see.
I don't want to hear. I ain't listening to him.
Yeah. Chuck Healy.
They ain't trying to hear that. Go ahead, Reed.
With Green Toledo.
Yeah, that's the rivalry. That's the rivalry.
Bruce Ward.
He did job.
Bruce
Yeah.
would be a good one.
He did.
Bruce Ward. He went on to have after high school, man.
Great coaching
Great
career.
coaching career, man. Actually, my little cousin going down to Kentucky to play quarterback.
Right, I seen that.
Brandon, shout out to Brandon.
Reed, who we ought to bring on? Who you think would be a good person to bring on to the podcast?
Larry Ice.
Mr. Heisel.
Finest
One
cat.
of the nicest men ever.
Hey, you know what's crazy, man? I didn't even know that man, but for some reason, he knew who I was. But
I remember.
when I was
That's how he is.
he
summer
wanted me to come and live with him in Wisconsin. He was going to help me out, man.
Wow.
I didn't
Yeah,
know.
he came. I didn't know he knew me. He came and picked me and Shine up and took us out to eat.
Shout out to Mr. Larry Heisel. Shout out to Larry Heisel. Shout out to Jack
So it was
Heisel.
cool. We had a good talk with
You
him.
know what though, with just that right there, like that showed the power of our community.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all come up through the 90s, but if you go through the 70s and the 80s, bro,
Right.
the power of our community and how close everybody was. You know what I'm saying? Like
We got to
know
get
that
that back.
was going
Gotta get it back.
So I think all that starts with us. If we don't do what the older generation did back then,
Right.
we lose that. You know what I'm saying? Just look at Portsmouth now. At one point in time, bro, Portsmouth ain't never looked like this. You know? Ain't nobody out there doing that. Whatever we got to do, we got to get together and just have conversations on getting that atmosphere back
Right.
within our community. That's what we need to do, because if we don't, then my grandkids ain't gonna be able to talk about
how the community was, you know what I'm saying, when she was a kid. Because that's one thing I do remember. You're going to look at it and feel, look at y'all roots for them. You know what I'm saying? The community come back. You know, it was super union. Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, to keep that going, man, we got to figure out a way to, you know, get the community back together, man.
Roots and roots, baby.
Close knit.
Who's your interview?
Well, I like stole my head. Okay. Even though he went to Toledo, you know, that's somebody I would have liked to.
Got you.
Right there.
Told you that.
Dancer.
Just some of the ones in the room right now. Bradley, which Bradley could be down here and talk about his D. Carter,
Right.
Mikey Lampkin.
Truck.
Man, I wish we knew where Zach was. I like to get Zach.
Man, that would be something.
Is it some of his words? But you know what? Ultimately, like, to be real with you, some of these younger athletes that's coming up and got promising little futures, bro. I like to get them in here. You know, I like to
Sure.
in here and talk.
That's
to
what
them.
it's about.
You know,
Yes, sir.
see where they heads at.
Yep.
And you know,
Yes, sir.
maybe get some of the
agree.
overheads in here.
That'd be
With them
nice.
talk
I love
that. That'd be nice, bro.
I love it.
We can sponsor it and make it happen.
It could be
Get out.
I love
Get
it.
it out.
Who we got? Bones?
Yep.
Short-winded dancer?
Um,
I'm just messing.
there's a guy named Jeremiah Bowden.
Whisper 8. Yeah.
Whisper.
Straight up, my top two was said, Chuck Ely, Larry Heisel. Larry Heisel, I love baseball. Larry Heisel, I went to his camp when I was younger as a kid, and I've been on the All-Star team my whole life, and Larry had a part in that. You know what I'm saying? Larry teach you how to hit. His batting average is insane.
Right.
And there's other legends from baseball around here, but Larry's down to earth, man. I don't know. He's a people person, and his attitude come to change me. So Chuck Ely, Larry Heisel, some blue collar workers, bro. I know it sounds like it. I know it's sports talk, but there's blue collar. This mentality and attitude that we have
Right.
usually came from somebody who never gets patted on the back, has mad overtime hours. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like there's a lot of people that don't get no credit who deserve a lot of credit. You know what I mean? So the blue collar nation. You know what I mean? That ain't no actual name. I'm just meaning people who get up every day and go to jobs and do things for themselves and other people. Yeah, you know what I mean? They do things for other people.
Right.
That and then knowing other people's gonna get the benefit from it. So
Coach Camp.
there's a lot of legends out there, but Chuck Ely, Larry Heisel for mine. The blue collar guys, I'm thinking of my dad, but
Sean Parker.
there's guys out there, bro. But I would say my top two would be, besides me or my bloodline, Larry Heisel and Chuck Ely.
Hey, Al Oliver too, bro. Wow, that's good.
I like to get all three of them together. So let them vibe off each other.
You think they ain't got stories?
They got stories, man. I interview Al. Man, I interview Al Oliver, man.
Like, wow, look at that. I love it. I love it.
Al got a whole street.
Yeah. I want to say.
You know, he got name after. You know, that's
Big.
that's gold.
Right.
Let's go. So, hey, we
I
go.
got a street, the Brown Street.
Hey, I got one more I forgot. Back when Portsmouth was winning them titles, what was it, 78, 88? 78? The coach of that team.
He passed away.
But I heard,
did?
yeah, I heard Seventy, is that his name?
Yeah.
I heard he changed the culture and had, like, he didn't
Play
see
for
color and he was worried about winning. You know what I mean? And
Played under Sal.
that I respect all day. You know what I mean? It's sports, you have to win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it maybe someone. There's other coaches like that, you know what I'm saying? But just someone who's
He was different, but there wasn't no color over there. I promise you, it wasn't like that.
The best thing. You can hoop. Let me tell you this. You know what I'm saying? There was hoopers, bro, that could hoop that was not on the basketball team.
Well, but they wasn't. If you wasn't on the basketball team, bro, it's official, and Park is different.
Yeah.
Man, Eugene Johnson, the coolest basketball player,
Let me tell you.
but he couldn't play official.
When Sub first got down here, bro, the first thing he did was go.
that's what I heard. That's what made me like, who is this guy?
Man.
When I heard that, I'm like, bro, that's the guy. Does he have a son? You know what I'm saying? Coach or something?
John Parker was like,
Yeah, that's the first person I was thinking of. Ball out on the court in the street ball.
Look at the youth. You know what I mean? Like that's where you go get the talent, and we got that right here, low key. Let us in the SOC, by the way. Let us in the SOC.
So let's just think of it like this though. Let's think of it. We talking about that's culture. That's he was obviously he was a culture changer. So I believe in this room we have some change agents. We got some people that can change some culture. So if we stay connected, man, we're stronger together than separate. So just always be mindful of your brother that's in here, because no matter what the situation is, we could have made some of the same missteps as our brother next to us and whatnot. But overall, but
We don't make the schedule.
I didn't.
We dominated the yeah.
So can we bring y'all back? Would y'all be willing to come back at a later date? I enjoyed y'all.
I think we would have to come back because we didn't get
Because we really didn't get to the meat of what Holmes brought into the conversation.
I would love to, but
I thought it would get spicy.
If we set up something, you know, like I know sometimes we have problems with some of us getting into the schools. If we set up something ourselves that where y'all can work with some of these students in the summer, will y'all be willing to do that? Because sometimes we always try to get in the system, but maybe we just need to do stuff ourselves, and we can make it happen. We can make it happen, man.
we get the equipment. I volunteer my time to help train, mentor any. I've been doing it for 17 years for free, bro. I don't have a problem with helping kids, bro, at all, bro. Like at all.
But fellas, I just want to thank all of you for coming out.
Yeah, appreciate it.
It's been a privilege to get all y'all together, hear y'all stories, just connect with one another. But I appreciate you guys coming and sharing, and we need to do more of this.
Absolutely.
So
Thanks for having us.
You guys did a great job, and I'm sure everybody out there enjoyed the conversation. So thank you. My hat's off to you guys.
With that being said, I got the last call.
I want to thank you.
I forgot to say no.
Yes, sir. Y'all made us valid. Man. So, like, share, subscribe, comment. We on YouTube, we on TikTok, we on Facebook, we on all the platforms. We going up from here.
Show your hoodie.
Roots and Routes, the Roots and Routes.
Roots and Routes, man.
I got the merch right here.
We coming back, right?
We coming back.
We coming back. I know when we coming back.
Man, we need to get Carter, man.
You know what I mean? I can't wait to address
Hey, we just want to say,
Go ahead, say
I want to address.
We'll bring it back.
I already said it on
I
Facebook.
can't wait.
To be continued.
I can't wait.
All right.
I ain't gonna say the running back. My running back's opinion, I already kind of said that. People know who I think the best running backs are. You know what I'm saying?
Jeremiah.
Dylan.
Football players, and you know what I'm saying? That's a versatility running back, the coldest running back, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like that's it ain't me. Just for the record.
Who's that?
Anybody in the top 3? Of course.
Hey.
I'm
gonna say something about Jeremiah. Jeremiah's the youngest one at the table, right?
I am.
He's been this way since he was like 9 years old.
Ain't nothing wrong with having that confidence.
Absolutely.
No.
5 years older than you, he's gonna say I can beat you. I'm the best.
That's the mentality.
That's the mentality. Absolutely.
But I'm gonna say this. You sitting around
Uh-oh.
saying this.
Go ahead and say it.
Because the key said it on the thing. On the
Okay. No, I'm glad you said that. So I was supposed to start with this question, and I got sidetracked. But the original statement, I hate to steal your thunder. Akia Brown, my friend, has a statement, and I could have pulled it up on my screenshot. But he basically said, if you look at the history of the Portsmouth Trojans, when it comes to running back, if we was all seniors at the same time, same age, Akia said,
That's crazy.
I would be the starter.
That's crazy.
To be continued. We'll bring it back. Like, subscribe. We signed it off.
You can't say that.
All right, y'all, man.